Gamer. How we doing? How everybody doing? We feeling all right? Everybody feeling on this fine Sunday or afternoon or night, depending on where you are, or I guess no, it would still be Sunday. I don't think it would be, unless there are places that are so far. Would be. There be maybe staring off into the distance, thinking about that. Would there be? Don't know. Either way, that's not particularly important. What is important is that we've got some reading to do. Fellas, we also have a little thing, as you can see at the bottom. I'm in talks with a living legend on the Living Rain Discord, Mr. Ryan. Ryan, no last name given. One of the greats of the game. He's like an IRL homie of mine. He's an artist. He's the one who designed the initial Living Rain guy, and I'm in talks with him for a couple of like little like different emoting guys for thumbnails and for video use and such. And he has given me a very generous homie rate, so that's 75 for her for you. And yeah, so any you can know that any donation goes towards goes back into the channel for like these, for like this next bit. Any donation goes back in the channel. Like I can, if you don't know the means, of course you don't have to. I can scrounge up 75 buckaroo. I can do that, but it would obviously be helpful when so desired. Not sure how long I want to wait until to see if it come around, if people are joining. But I am excited for this one. I'm a little disappointed. I know there's like Dorothy won't plus up. Got Dion Trin Truong. I'm gonna just go with Dion or Truong. It's like the whole thing again. Evening, what's up, man? What's good? Glad to have anybody in chat who's not necessarily always here. New or somewhat. Hopefully that means that people enjoyed the last video. NPCs make Arknights up on the channel now. I'm working on saying one nice thing about every event right now. Definitely for some it comes easier than others, but we're rocking it. We're good. And on Tuesday, not to forget, on Tuesday, we will have the Elite Four for our Soul Silver Nuzlocke. On Tuesday, the equivalent of, well, 6 hours after this time. So Tuesday, 6 hours after this time, that is the time that we hit. That's the time that we hit the Elite Four in the Soul Silver Nuzlocke. So that's going to be exciting. I think with that's most of our little housekeeping stuff squared away. We got donos for channel art, got the Nuzlocke, we got mention of the previous video, and I don't know. The Discord is linked on the channel page if you want to join. I'm thinking about being less active on there, but such is the more reason why more people must join, so that if I'm less active, it remains active. But either way, what? I've wasted enough time. Convalis of the Banshees, Kazdel. Woo-ha! Yahoo! Yeah! And we got Big Larry, Old Curly, and Lil Mo. Oh wait, those are Tin Man's little guys, right? Those are Tin Man's little guys. Oh, you can't see him in his base art. Those are his little guys. I think. Where's to go? Will I take the helm? The boats of the Convalis, powered by incantation and powered by the same. They have no need for physical strength to pilot. That's a little insane. It's fine. Those things are busy running wild. Burn off some of that energy. They are more lively, than I imagined. It's them at their calmest. Believe it. You don't want to see him rowing while deciding who can cry the loudest, or roar most like a mangler beast. They were turned up in that furnace for centuries, after all. Barely had physical form, barely had distinct identities. Anyone would be rowdy after something like that. Quiet, Convalis. Pardon? Columbia, even a forward-thinking guy like me finds himself flustered at a taxi-cab door, struggling to find the handle on a newfangled model. Always a change is Columbia's natural state. Ever pioneering, ever advancing nation. Waits for no man, not even for a second. Here, when was the last time I came here? Came here to this, admittedly, kinda shitty bog of a place. 100 years ago, after Kazzo was picked clean in the wake of that bitter war, Viola had only just turned this valley into the home of the Banshees. Yep. Can't have been easy. Find a place like this snuggled up in all these Originium doused mountains. His lakes rippling mere, sunken trees are among the reed beds, horse carpeting the land in gold. Banshees working the oars of the boats, gently blowing on the leaf whistles, like the valley itself is breathing. Even after all these years, the Convalis hasn't changed a bit. Aside from the one who ferried me the first time around. Ella? Viola, my old friend. Moved into that wooden house under the tree. It's her last month, and I heard she worked with children at the Miss Palace apart. Daylight, children pestered her, waited that empty suit of armor, escaped being thrown into the furnace. Hearing your name only. He's starting to forget. Wait, forgetfulness. According to a banshee. Oh, so this banshees all get dementia. It's just a species-wide case of dementia. Every banshee just gets it as they get older. It's a guarantee. Moved into the house like every other banshee. Peacefully waiting for the end to come. An old friend has forgotten my name. My trip here was none so heavy. I'm lucky to comfort her. Your own way. Given far too much of us. For the Convalis. For the self. You know a type. Always insisting on following an unknowable suffering. I simply hope that as 300 years worth of memories slowly leave her side, she can find some solace. You know, the average Twitter user. You know the type, always just like wallowing in unknowable suffering. Sure. Kind of like the Elden Ring type feel of this. It's like a Atlas Plateau-esque. One of the coolest looking areas in gaming. Yeah, here. Ackermoline? You require my presence for your goodbyes? Nobody here. How? Viola left. A banshee losing her memory even go? Oh, why is the elevator so dark? I thought there'd be a window or something to look out. Didn't you read the Propeller Paradise handbook they gave out? For building suspense. Everybody here for Eric's Columbia gets an optimal high altitude experience. Advanced tickets sold like hotcakes. I tell you what, this is gonna blow those dime a dozen rinky-dink drones that have been popping up everywhere the past 2 years. Ain't alright. We just show how well you memorize the handbook. We're builders of every piece of furniture in our house that can take them. Every couple of these days, hear the word skying and it'll work up into a tizzy. So did you notice, even after all this time, we still haven't reached the levitation layer. That means that, by the way, just random thing, Columbia's aesthetics are so much better than everywhere else. I think they've got a ton of like really cool, unique ones. They're like all the like 60s NASA feeling stuff, and then the like pseudo futuristic, and then the like, I don't know, Nuketown core, like the COD map. Insanely, I think, cool aesthetics for events, the characters, all of it. I think it's some insanely cool aesthetics. Very awesome. So did you notice? All this time, we haven't reached the levitation layer. That means a park is really as tall as the ads say. Our latest levitation tech really can hold up an entire building. Come to the right place, dear. Where's that music coming from? An elevator ad. Hi everyone, I'm Oakley, your guide to the park. I get it. Being cooped up in that little black box must be awfully boring. You want to get to the punchline already. But once you get your one-of-a-kind view of Alterra from 600 meters up, it'll be worth it. In 40 seconds, we'll be arriving at Propeller Paradise's levitation layer. For that, I'd like you all to noodle on one question. What sort of change will the sky bring to our lives? God, Oakley is disturbing. You might have already had the chance to try the flying cars in the lower level exhibition area today, trading tires for originium thrusters. Soon, the only place you'll see anything with wheels or tracks is going to be a museum. Doesn't matter if it's a baby stroller or a nomadic city. This may be a bad idea. Doesn't matter if it's a baby stroller. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Also, you would assume people would just, still just walk the baby, normally. You'd figure that you'd just be on the sidewalk, you'd be on the pedestrian crossings, I guess if there's no cars there, everything would be a pedestrian crossing. Today, we struggled to decide whether to go to Minos or Siesta for summer vacation, but our indecisionitis is only going to get that much worse once every star in the sky is a potential holiday destination. The gifts you bring home for your kids after the tour might be a model of the Ring Lab, or maybe a DIY rocket kit, but it won't be long before an extraterrestrial playmate is the newest preschool trend. Tonight, we'll be gathered by the radio, betting on whether they will, out of all songs about the sky, pick our beloved Goodnight Kirsten Wright. But soon, we'll be forgetting about that bassy, raspy crooner, because the solar wind will be our new strings, and the galaxy will be our custom-ordered jukebox. The sky is Columbia's next frontier. That's more than just Vice President Jackson fucking. Oh. I don't know, my tongue twisted up already today. Already. Well, I suppose, I think I've said other times, that just kind of happens when you're not reading ahead in anything, so you just, the first time you're reading, sentence after sentence after sentence is out loud. It's kind of like the way that a lot of people, when they're like, when you're not speaking your first language, you have to take what you read, translate it into your first language, and then translate it back. You're like, then figure out your response, then translate your response back. So sometimes you can end up stumbling over things. Sky is Columbia's next frontier. That's more than just Vice President Jackson's campaign slogan. Propeller Paradise proves that every Columbian can be the greatest of pioneers. There will always be a place for you somewhere beyond the Star Pod. The Air Expo Columbia begins in just 7 days, and with it, everything I just said. Hold on to your tickets, or should I say, your keys to the future. Everyone's seen the sky opening over Tri-Mounts, of course. The old adage of seeing is believing has never been more true. So come, see, then believe. Oh yeah. Be floating up. It's dreamlike in nature. Oh my god. Yeah, I was giving Oakley a very announcery voice because I forgot this is like a character design as well. It's not just the cartoon. Nice to finally meet you all. Recognize me? I'm the model for the funny cartoon guide you saw just now, Oakley Parsons. Welcome to Terra's one and only levitating experimental park nomadic plate, Columbia's Propeller Paradise. This is something out of a dream. Like this image, you can save this and put it in the, what is it, the like Dream Course subreddit or whatever. Whatever. Oh god, what's his name? Oh, the guy that like looks at a lot of that stuff, and also like analog horror stuff, and also some other things. Ah, frick, I cannot remember. It's been like a week or so since I last watched one of his videos. Damn. Anyways, enough of me showing that I have early onset dementia, that I might be a banshee. I know what you mean. I don't know his name. Yeah. And he's like always chill. There'll be like the most horrific sights you've seen, and he's like, yeah, that was spooky. That was a little spooky. I didn't really like that. Oh, I love that guy. Chillest, coziest content. I could never do that. No one wants to listen to me be chill and cozy. Yeah, yeah, he makes his own after the videos too. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, chat, you know, for like for anyone who is here, and you know, anyone who hears this later, you know, what could I do to, you know, you think make more people come? You think I should you think I need, you know, something on the side? You think, you know what? We do need. It's been too long. You know what we need? You know what we need? We need some Minecraft parkour. We need some Minecraft parkour gameplay on the side. Chad, it's been far too long since I've given you guys your Minecraft parkour. You've been good. You've been good recently. Let's get some Minecraft parkour up there for you guys to enjoy. Also, oh my god, I hate how like inconsistent like YouTube's like watching now shit is. It's like 1 second it's like, oh my god, it's jumping up. Oh, it's up to 8, and then immediately after it's like, oh, 0, and I'm like, what? How could that even be the thing that happens? How could that even be the way that it does? It's so impossible to track. It's annoying. Alright. Well, now this is a smooth gentleman. Oh, this is a smooth gentleman. Welcome to Propeller Paradise. Your investment is greatly appreciated. Wow, is this restaurant the highest point in the park? This close to the sky is really making my heart skip some beats. What's your drink of choice? Jaw's been hanging open since the moment you stepped off the elevator. Imagine you must be thirsty right about now. How considerate of you, Mr. Tannen. What an administrator you are for this Propeller Paradise. I know just how you feel. I first heard about this park back when I was with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Arts Units in Virginia, the ATF. And my mouth went so dry, it's like I've been stuck in the desert for days. Ever since Vice President Jackson gave that speech before Congress about Columbia setting off in the skies 2 years back, everyone's been open to be one of the lucky few to reach up and touch the star pod. That's why you gave the chance for That's why you gave up a chance for promotion at the ATAO to do work for Propeller Paradise? Right, sir. Fact of the matter is, I got a keen eye for Propeller Paradise got DC's backing the moment it started construction, becoming Columbia's only nomadic plate with an autonomous administration. The brutes of the Department of Defense and those Department of Justice hardheads, no authority here. Even us Bureau folks are only allowed to leave a rulebook on the table. 80 years of origin product and rights gone. Oof. The non-government agencies, only Maylander's Emergency Management Council has the right to stick around. Fortunately, they only worry about unusual accidents that happen in the park. The place isn't even 6 months old yet, but hundreds of sci-tech companies have set up here. Got near 10,000 researchers coming and going. The Intellectual Property Information Security Office gets almost 100 patent applications every day. I have to say, Propeller Paradise has been developing much faster than expected, in so short a time. It's such a cool, like, area and aesthetic. This is, like, very, like, Jetsons. Because it's that pseudo-futuristic and it's, like, all in the sky. Well, got that kind of old cartoon aesthetic. Yeah. Yeah, also laughing just looking at it, it's like, I look and it's like, okay, there's a few people watching, and then I just go to the YouTube thing, and it's just like 0 concurrent viewers. 0. The chat rate, there's people literally typing in chat, 0. What is wrong with YouTube? Why it's so bad? Why it's so not good? Why no fix? Yeah. We'll see if maybe the, I mean, also I will say, just like for the future, I am straight up gonna, I think I'm gonna try streaming Saturday nights, and we'll see reviews, because like in general, I think the views on streams are have been pretty bad, so I think we might just need to continuously experiment, and maybe I'll make Sundays later as well. It's just purely like I have to do a bunch of experimenting because like if no one's watching, then there's no point. So if people are watching now, then despite the fact that this was my usual time, we're gonna have to look at it. That's simply the way that it is. Right on the mark. 7 days, the park will be linking up with Max DC, officially cutting the ribbon on Air Expo Columbia. The whole country will be watching the opening ceremony. Every company here is going full throttle on the R&D they're about to show off. Better time to invest than right now. I've still got a few concerns. Concerns normal, risks and all that, but as they say, this park in the sky, foul beasts fly right into the pot for you. I've already poured out celebratory champagne, so don't let it go to waste. Trust me, just like you thirst. Thirst for everything. My god, I'm really standing above the clouds? There's really foul beasts flying under my feet? This is crazy, I'm feeling a little... Ugh! Lightheaded? Thirsty? Heart racing like mad? Sounds like you need some Dr. Oxygen. Right, an oxygen tank. Is this gonna be a Lorax thing? Wait, this is a drink? It's different than a sip drink, and it's softer than a soft drink. Your best friend in the sky, the best race to beat the summer heat. Our park's special brew, Dr. Oxygen. I'm literally just here to sell shit. I hate it here. All I do is sell shit all day, bro. This fucking place sucks. I like the different color, the different colors of the hair braids. Oh my god, she has like a little sound system attached to her shield. Be honest with me here. Weren't you jealous of Sancta wings when you were a kid? Even if they can't fly with them? Well, be jealous no more, because drinking Dr. Oxygen is like plunging your tongue into liquid wings. It's sweeter than your wildest dreams. I'm reading a script. With the ads, shouldn't you be giving visitors basic info on the park's upper levels? Leave her be. Look at the big smiles on the guests. Take something special to sell ordinary soda like it's some revolutionary invention. NPC, yup, that's the classic sweater NPC, and this is just the classic businessman. Yup. A refreshing soda goes great with the sights and sounds of Propeller Paradise. Okay, everyone, follow me while I introduce the park's levitation layer. The upper level has 11 main platforms and 20 auxiliary ones. These 2 passages are the streets, while flexible cables from the foundations of the platforms. Foundations of the platform. Ooh, this is another nice area. This looks like the paradise, the Propeller Paradise fuck dungeon. Just like the structural layer down on the ground, the levitation area is divided into the experiment zone and the exhibition area. Each tech firm's allocated a few levitation pods that serve as labs for researchers, or exhibition spaces for the public to try things out for themselves. This is on it, bro. Oh, we could have been walking around in this shit during Enfield. Oh, and instead we're just walking around fucking Valley 4 and shit. Fuck. Oh. The high altitude elevators only bring you to the lowest of the levitation plates. This ropeway station is the local traffic hub. With more than 100 flight pods attached to the cables, these cable cars are the only real way to get around. Want a more exciting way to get around? You could try the emergency jump pads on the support platform. Just don't tell park security I said you could do that. I don't want to lose my job, but I mean, if I lose my job, I lose my job. I mean, fuck it, honestly. I'm stuck up here. I haven't seen my family in months. I kind of want to lose my job, bro. I don't want to be here anymore. I will say that pre-expo rules mean you only test a few of the exhibits right now, but I promise, you're still going to be feasting. As a friendly reminder, the strong sunlight up here will make people thirstier than usual. But there's all sorts of flavors of Dr. Oxygen available on every levitation platform. Don't worry everyone, you're not going to get addicted to soda, you're going to get addicted to the sky! Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Tannen. I knew I picked the right man to work with the moment I heard you managed to get the feds who approved this place as special status in like 2 days. Pleasure was all mine. Nah, you please sign here. That old gentleman's been staying around for a while now. He a friend of yours? I don't really interrupt your business. What came here looking to reminisce about the good old days? Well, I'll be. I'll be. Gustav here was my boss back at the bureau. When'd you show up?
It is park in the sky, foul beasts fly right in the pot for you. For those who come after, Gordon. For those who come after. I won Game of the Year, Gordon. This Expedition 33 was at the top of the charts. I'll tell ya.
That little saying of Mr. Tannen struck me real deep.
He's get the best part of the story, though. Or it goes to the foul beasts of the Colombian wilds and mighty Slar. Tough little guys to catch. Pioneers the great expansion managed to figure out a way. They tie some pretty feathers to their pots and hang a few dozen of them around their camp. Fowl think it's a potential mate, so they let down their guard, spread their wings, swoop down, then BAM! Head first into the back of the pot. All thinking there's a more lovely gal or fella waiting for them even as they meet their maker.
Wait, you mean?
Still spinning tall tales out of that old yarn, Gustav. Last time you said the little beasts were smart enough to tell snare from seduction. They never fell for it.
I know you dropped by because you're worried I get my tongue tied doing business, but I'm not the same kid I was 7 years back. I know how to behave. Then the former ATAO chief came over to back me up. Are you still concerned, sir? Seems I was misunderstanding things. Both of you gave me your guarantees. I'll just sign here. Exactly what I want to hear. Look forward to working with you. Now, mother's maiden name. Mother's maiden name too. Name of your first pet. Initial here, here, and here. Initial here. Yep. Sign here. All right. Excellent. Welcome to the Little St. James Coalition. You're stuck with us now. Didn't get enough of teaching me back at the bureau, Chief. Decided to come out of retirement and run me through the same old curriculum in a different classroom.
Now, I never taught you to tell lies on your government applications. That investor's still in the vetting phase, too.
So what? Give me the bureau rules, tie your hands and mouth, let your tail do the talking.
Remember my words real well, but where's the results?
We'll take a Gustav peek. That's what he'd be looking like. I like his, like, noir detective coat. Still a third over the target.
Feel like you do better if you untied your hands and mouth, wouldn't you say?
Care to explain?
Take a look at your terminal. Not just an administrator anymore, you got total control over Propeller Paradise.
You actually recommended me for chief executive of the entire park?
And your Propeller Paradise needs a special touch. But you're still a bureau man, so don't make us look bad.
Don't need you to remind me, Chief. Got everything handled. The expo will go off without a hitch.
Don't kick, I'll kick, kid. You and I both know that investors saw through your tricks. Decided to use deal with you.
You won't go back on it. Every company on the Flower Street Exchange with the word Sky in its name is guaranteed a sky-high IPO.
Columbia's taking great strides in the days.
The siege is going to recognize fruit and create such a great world. Yeah. It can create a really good world when it's not Enfield. Evidently. So, you know, that's awesome. As long as it's not Enfield that you're looking for. As long as that's not what you're looking for, it's epic. It's sick. It's cool. If that is what you're looking for.
Maybe not so.
Alright, where was I?
Even though kids who can't build that boy play putting rockets on their folding napkin aircraft. I'm sure you know where this Sky Mania came from.
Mouse, 2 years ago. A million people witnessed a miracle.
It wasn't for Kristen, right? All you talk about progress. If you conquest wouldn't worth a dime. Finally, I first submitted that park project plan to DC. Unexpected butts and tails for immigration.
Only one thing in Propeller Paradise I don't control. As long as the one who started the whole thing.
Get a bridle around your wrists here. You only got 7 days. What are you gonna do?
Oh, they got like this type of area. That old Vegas kind of look. like kind of it's like very 70s, like I don't know, location aesthetic. I don't know the words for these things. I just know the general stuff. Ground layer, propeller experiment park. I need the parameters, Sky. And the nasty redesign. There we go. I like the green. I like the hints of green. Adds a little more color. Send them over. Send them over already. We all good. The values for the floating botanical unit have deviated. This is the first time we're using plants to perform long-distance energy transfer instead of the usual cables. There's still too many unconfirmed hypotheses. Need to compare the data from this unit with the ones on the upper level if we want quick results. I'll add up for you, Director. No need. The light sensors on this unit are extremely sensitive to the directionality of the light it's using as a source. Errors actually mean it gets a passing grade. Just told you this 2 hours ago. Sorry. Let me ask again. What sort of tree is planted in the unit you just gave me? On my resume when I interviewed, Director, you know I'm no botanist. I do. Not earning a degree by glancing down at that list of plants you're holding. Got something else on your mind? The advanced ticket tour should be over by now. The guide was supposed to bring the visitors down to the lower level to see Rhinelab's vivarium 20 minutes ago. If we're excluded from the pre-expo, then Rhinelab's gonna get kicked out of the park when the real expo starts. It's surely not because the the tour guide is crashing out over not seeing her family for the last 3 months. And subsisting entirely on Dr. Sky sodas. Occasionally, visitors to the Propeller Paradise notice Ryan's logo plash on the facilities and talk about the legendary company that performed the miracle of opening up the sky. But very few of them notice, under the layers of levitating installations under the very ground itself, Ryan Love Director standing beside an unremarkable hole in the dirt. You don't specialize in attracting visitors, Sky. Honestly, I forgot what I was good at pretty early into the 6 months I've been here. A dozen of us researchers into the vivarium after setting up at the park. Make us tend to the saplings and debug the botanical units. Also, the park could have a few fruit trees for decor. Large-scale experimentation or anything. We're just here to be gardeners. No, I know the vivarium is our expo showcase. Ring Lab's legacy, even if it has to stay on the ground. But how long has it been since we last looked up at the sky? GG. Yeah, well, that really is nasty next to a hole in the ground. Yeah, pretty much. What it says on the tin. Yes, Laffy. It's like a major breakthrough. Of course they view it as a good thing. Like all those people. Although, don't feel bad, because you not realizing that is fairly common. Because I think a lot of people, don't think about things from the worldview and perspective of the characters very often. That's also why certain things that people have certain problems with, that I think they shouldn't have problems with. I don't want to bring up, you know, Arcane, because everybody is like, oh, Arcane season 2 and everything, but like I saw one guy in like one of his criticisms like, oh, like by going down there like into Zon and fucking smashing up shit, she wouldn't do that. That's like her home. She wouldn't fucking deal with people. But it's like you're coming from the character that's literally like the pick line in League is literally like punch first, ask questions while punching. Like if she thinks that what Jake's doing is endangering all of Zon, of course she's gonna punch first and only ask questions while punching. That's like that's the character. She is an action first, think second person. Really good stuff. Yeah. I mean, Laffy, if there was something that was like a bit that's like, oh, well, like would it even be coming out that it's necessarily legal or something? Because like for the government this is such a win. For the government and everything, this is like such a, they can use this as a win. So why would they want to even expose any of that? So why would like the people even get to know any of that? Because it's like it's such an easy dub. It's such a like intense dub that you're just gonna you know, under the table be like, don't do that shit again, but like you alright though, you alright though. Nastia Lunaroy looks up. 2 years ago, deep below the outskirts of Trimonts, she would stand at the bottom of the shaft, Look up at the night sky in much the same way. It was round, feeble, she could cover it with just one hand. At the same time, she found it captivating and frightening to the mind. Now the sky had become altogether unfamiliar. Power mountains, biotech solar boats, Beach Bell's disc lab, Silverkatish's high precision astronomical telescope, Mama John's all-weather float and billboards. Crowd the sky with pure, concentrated Columbia. I had proposed the park with only one thing in mind: how to make buildings levitate longer using a structural engineering. Linking levitating plates, the oxygen and water systems experiment zone, planting unit in my hand, important parts of the park's fundamental structure. Mine's achievements. You have only 7 days until the expo begins. You finish testing and checking all the exhibits as quickly as possible. The Propeller Paradise's engineering department right. Don't forget your duty. That's all! Dreams, curse and dreams in the sky are just gonna die like that? Sunlight filters through the chaotic tangle of levitating objects before falling onto Nasti's face. He does not reply. He simply pulls down the brim of her. Yeah. Oh yeah, do the people around her still like know that she's really only for she's in this for floating Casdell. She doesn't really care about all this other stuff. She's in it for a floating Casdell. In sarcasm, freeze. Damn, that's a quick. We are right back in it. Punching wall. I don't know. I don't know if they know. I assume not. Yeah, like I assume not. Cause it's probably mostly what, like Kirsten, Justin. It's probably the people who fund her and the bigger project, or knew her and the bigger project more closely. So I'm like, Kirsten probably knows. Justin probably knows. At this point, Saria probably knows. Like I'd assume maybe it's just like the directors, but I assume there's at least a few people that definitely know Flying Casdell. Sound of rapid punching. I wonder who that is. The incantation draws an invisible wall in midair, blocking every one of the Woover's punches. The letters abbreviating her alma mater, the Transstitute technology on her boxing gloves, are soaked with sweat. Finally, the Woover stops. Let's call it a day. Thanks for agreeing to be my practice partner, Nasty. Only done half your normal routine. Time for you to go. Say goodbye to the others. Not yet. I am left without saying. Wilsey's and Kierag, and I don't know the new directors of HR and structural all that well. For Justin Jr. and Ferdinand, I think it's better that those two see each other in private. They can give each other an audience to name drop fancy banquet guests or rattle off a couple of fanciful theories that are this close to crowning a new king of science. Besides, just a business trip. It's very interesting that it's like that it's Justin and Ferdinand that can be doing like the talking about fanciful theories, but I guess it's probably just like Ferdinand's gonna talk about it and Justin is forced to listen. It's gonna be some real yapper to listener communication. He probably knows. Yeah, I can see that. Are we sure Dorothy knows? Probably not. I don't think Dorothy fucking cares, honestly. And based. Why? Wait, I just realized they don't even mention her. She didn't even mention Dorothy. Wait, hey, fucking Mariam got mentioned. The new directors of HR and Structural got mentioned. Justin Jr. Ferdinand, Moo. She didn't even mention Dorothy. Hey, that's my goat. What the fuck, you bitch? Bro, the writers forgot Dorothy fucking existed. They wrote Peak, and then Hypergriff actually had to come in with the Men in Black, like, fucking forget laser beam and force them to keep writing and keep putting, like, fucking Arturia in more events and shit. Oh my god. There are a few things that require a business trip from the head of engineering personally. The district has approved our application to consolidate resources for the Horizon Arc project and continue developing levitation technology based on the legacy of Galeria Stellaria. But they also have opened their doors to every tech firm in Columbia, designating an entire plate for the purpose. You see the list of names? Administrators from the ATAO, and even Maylander. Our proposal is now merely one of thousands. They're already showing us as much respect as they could by allowing Rhinelab to provide foundational engineering support for the plate. Government officials, tech firm representatives, things will be very busy on the plate. Not used to dealing with these things. I haven't heard you complaining about anything. Control. Star pod's recovering, but the eyes cast up to the sky linger. Common sense is turned upside down. What was once ignored has naturally become the center of attention. Naturally. Since the announcement of the special loan policy, 1/3 of major enterprises have added an aerial operations department, and SMEs are climbing over one another to jump on the Sky Fever bandwagon. I know what you're implying, but I'm not interested in political games. I am literally only in this for Flying Casdell. You know this. I am here for Flying Casdell. It is crazy laughing because they really could bring her back. Because Dorothy's philosophy would easily allow her to be involved with like these conflicts. You could easily do so many interesting things with it because it's a very interesting and well done philosophy and character. But no, they ain't real ones. Let me tell you, a lot in this life, a lot of the time, you're gonna run into people who you might think are real ones, but they ain't real ones. You gonna think Dorothy's essential in it because it needs the it needs the fancy transmitter. It was like the same thing that stabilized the Kirsten like shaft shit. That stabilized the hammer. Or yeah, that stabilized the hammer was the specific transmitter that Dorothy created. That specific variant of it. It was essential to it. But yeah, there's like, in life, a lot of people who ain't real ones, they gonna act like real ones for a time, and then you're gonna recognize sometimes. You're gonna have almost a come to Jesus moment with those people, where you're gonna realize, wait a minute, that's not how a friend would act. That's not how a friend would treat you. And once that happens, the kind of all bets are off in a way. You start thinking and you realize it really ain't a real one. They ain't been for you, really. They always make themselves the victim. They always make you the villain. You recognize that. And this is obviously not, really that. I don't know the HG writers personally, but, I thought they was real ones. But, the more they hide from roingus, I think the less they are. Even if how things develop is out of our control, Readalong must maintain the initiative as the original opponent in order to protect what Kirsten left behind. Not so hard to understand. Yes, well, thanks for helping out. One more thing. Why did you hang a sign that says Components Control Section outside your old office instead of moving into Kirsten's old room? I'm used to this place. Rosie asked the same question. She grabbed my arm and asked with watery eyes whether I made the choice to honor Kirsten, to ensure there would always be a place for Kirsten at the company. I suppose you just feel more comfortable in your old place. You personally oversaw every little detail here, after all. You were watching over my shoulder the whole time I was furnishing your office. You were even more OCD than Parvis was. Mine lab is the same as it ever was. I wouldn't quite say that. At least staff who come looking for control will actually find her once in a while. I'm not sure you're the right person to say that. That's why you chose me for the trip? I'm always in my room, 24 hours a day, never leaving. It's called Aura, Saria. No, nasty. You need to take a shower. You smell like pure unadulterated ash. You gotta get out of your room. Get cut here. Yes, that's the right angle. That way the branch of the main truck will not be affected. Just passed. Give it a tug for me before we pave it, Sky. What? Yeah, sure thing. You asked, boss. I'll give a tug. Next set, light sensor performance, normal. Levitation attitude, stable. Energy output input, check. This needs a tug too. Oh, and get the disassembly set from the toolbox for me as well. That's not Sky. That is the other lady from the thumbnail. Ooh. That's a stylish birdie. Do you still need the high-speed screwdriver and the multi-function wrench then? Depends, huh? What happened to your voice? Sky, did you transition? Congratulations! Oh my god! I'm sorry for not noticing sooner! God, they just When they make Columbia NPCs, they design them. That's a great look. Oh, you got all the like hot pink on the inside of the coat and everything. You got the kind of bluish, purplish nylons that match the hair. You got the bow. You got the camera. The camera was the first thing I noticed on it. I would love to help, but I have a scissor hanging from my buttons and I'm holding 5 trees. I really can't take any more. Sorry, I'll get it. Did Guy leave? He told you 3 times that he was going to the levitation layer for inspections. You didn't acknowledge him at all. You could have given me a heads up. The first rule of secretary is stand to one side and smile politely, only stirring when directed by your boss. And shut your ears when the conversation turns confidential. Yeah, we're definitely in the 60s. You also have to be your boss's lover as he cheats on his wife. I assure you, I did not hear any of the figures or nouns that you just discussed, nor would I have understood a word of it. I remember you now. You're from administration. Warden and secretary. Flattered you remember me, Director Luna. My name is Mercia. You may call me Mary. Mr. Tanner would like to invite you to lunch. You manage his work inbox? He received your last 16 rejections. I'll get straight to the point. I know he's not interested in foundation engineering. He knows that I have no interest in proposals outside of work. Speaking of lunch, though, have you changed your mind? It is indeed time for lunch. Also, Mercia. That's a nice name. Why do I have a feeling that you're gonna turn out to be evil, Mercia? Why do I have a feeling that you're gonna turn evil? Why are you too I'm sweet, I'm out of the spotlight.
But I'm going to become nefarious. I'm going to become evil.
Like, why is that the vibe I'm getting? Is it just because the last Columbia event was act or die and that was Moira's whole thing? Oh my god, Subnautica reference! Subnautica reference, Subnautica 2! Nasi flips through a toolbox, taking out a rectangular object wrapped in foil from underneath all the instruments and neatly packed toolboxes. Mercia's curiosity brings her closer. To know what could make this enigmatic director of Vineland decline the most luxurious course at Cloud, Mark's fine dining establishment. A crack appears in her impeccable secretarial smile, however, as she watches Nasty passively unwrap the object. Is this Rick your lunch? Ration bar. What? Mercia cannot look away from the brick. You hungry? Would you like a bite? I suppose. Thank you. Who's with great difficulty swallows arduously. So. You didn't have to say yes. Second rule of secretaries. Never decline an offer from your boss's guest. Even the smallest trifle might sour a relationship. How many rules are there? Mr. Channing gave me a booklet that is 2 centimeters thick. However, the most important one, and the one that I memorized first, was do whatever it takes to carry out your orders, for no one will listen to your excuses. This really is the 1960s course, bro. You're not calling me banana, why is all the same? Guy did nothing wrong, but still the boss. True. I mean, we were basically the federal government in that event. There was a Martin Luther King angel trying to talk about that equality, and we wasn't having none of it. Which, much like the federal government, which was behind the assassination of Martin Luther King, allegedly court proceedings where the King family sued the government. They did that, allegedly, but yeah, they did that allegedly. Either way. Don't force yourself to eat it. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, thank you for the hospitality. I have a rule of my own, although it's a bit simpler. What is it? I was born in Casdell. The first rule I learned there is that food is precious, and no one may lie before it. You're holding my lunch, Mercia, so kindly tell me the truth. What exactly does Mr. Tennant want to discuss with me? Move the parkour bit to the side. Yeah, this is the CG from the thumbnail. They changed things like brightness and contrast to try to make it a more interesting thumbnail, but that is what it is, yeah. Oh my god, she took a fucking McDonald's CEO bite. Look at how tiny the bite is. It's right there. I'm not sure if my mouse is visible on the screen, but it's like right there. It's at like the top right corner of the "you're holding my lunchbox." It's right there. The little tiny McDonald's CEO ass bite. Oh my god. They got the VR headset. What the fuck? Good. The aesthetics is just so good in the Columbia events. All the aesthetics are so good. Every time we go to a Columbia, the aesthetics are so good. Funnily enough, the least impressive aesthetically is probably Dorothy's vision. I still love my roingus though, no matter what. Reporting in, the core concept of this project is a perfect combination of zero-G simulation and wine tasting by substantiating gravity with centrifugal force. You may spin, but your wine won't. Come to the Lucky Sissy Bee's floating revolving bar, where it's not just the wine that makes your head spin. No need to read me the marketing copy. I'm just here to assess and ask questions from an engineering perspective. Where's the other tester? Any feedback after the certifications? He didn't sleep well last night. We passed the recheck, didn't we, Mr. Jagger? We want our permit revoked. He's got a little balloon on his thing. I like the orange. Very bright and striking. Lucky Sissy Beat's floating revolving bar does not meet requirements, whether based on engineering reports or tester feedback. We would love this. We would love to solve the technical issue of flexible power supply, but we need time. We had 3 days in accordance with the rules of Propeller Paradise. It's at least 5 days for the developers to discuss a solution. Paradise has as many corporations as there are cars on the crossroads of Trymount Square. Every driver has somewhere to be, but no one pleads to the traffic lights. To be another way, I know we hired those 100 testers. We could fire them and hire more researchers with the money. You promised us yesterday. Shut up! Reviewed the registration details for Lucky Sissy Beast. We're a grocer in a small town. Lack the professional knowledge for levitation technology research, even if the banks have relaxed the loan criteria for businesses in the aerial sector. We stand upon Terra's first and only floating plate. Everything here must be worthy of it. Please, don't tear up the ticket. I put my life savings into the Lucky Sissy Beast, please! Now, why did I do that? Because I don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Yes, I put money on us failing to succeed on Kalshi. I'm gonna be up 20,000 if this blows up. That's it? Be back to cleaning Tremount's office building windows in a couple of days. Go on, man. Barf your heart out. So we got a taste of life in the sky. You won't have anything to throw up once you get back to the frontier. Back to the cold and hunger. I feel like a piece of shit. Yeah, my man do not feel good about this. He's like Johnny Bravo researcher. Bro is ripped. Bro is shredded. Where is the gambling app side plot in the Colombian story? So true. Skip the technical inspections before opening? Absolutely not. Everyone on Propeller Paradise is racing against the clock to get across the finish line. Mr. Tama believes that any delay to projects caused by inspections will compromise Propeller Paradise's opening. In addition, the amount of communication you have to conduct with other tech firms will allow you to devote more of your time to your Rhine Lab research. Mr. Tannen has your best interests at heart. My best interests? I spent years wandering the frontier when I first came to Columbia, building houses for the pioneer teams and killing bandits for the caravans. Life was hard until I finally got my big break. If I had someone like Gordon Tannen with my best interests at heart, handling everything I wasn't comfortable with, that would have been very fortunate, I'm sure. I would have died out there in the wilderness, I'm sure. Besides, what he really wants isn't for Ryan to forfeit our control over technical inspiration. How do you know? You imitate his negotiating style too well. The traps and pitfalls are obvious. Not a caudus. Not in the habit of diving in holes. Hey now! What's wrong with going into holes? What's wrong with burrows? Hey! This feels like an attack. There's nothing wrong with burrows. There's nothing wrong with diving into them. You leave that anti-Zolok and anti-caudus talk at the door when you're in my town. Spit it out. What does he really want? You're as astute, decisive as you said you were. In that case, I'm sure you understand that while Mr. Tannen is in charge of the Propeller Paradise's overall administration, Ryan that has a stranglehold on public opinion,
He doesn't need any accidents at such a critical juncture, nor can he afford one. Therefore, put together a list based on project progress and ask that you perform the inspections in this order. This way, at least the inspections will have a minimal impact on the progress of individual projects and minimize the chance of conflict, setting aside the issue of engineering control. The less hassle for you, the less hassle for him. I won't try to speculate about tenants' intentions with the order. We have a compromise. Give me the list. Thank you for your understanding, Director Lunar. I won't trouble you any longer. One last question. Which rule were you following in the negotiation just now? The 12th. Know your boss and communicate his intentions with absolute faithfulness when negotiating. You are his personal representative. However, yes, before I came, Mr. Clement was stressed how difficult the head of Rhineland's engineering section was. I packed blankets because I thought I might have to spend the night in front of your office. That's not what I see. You don't need to concern from other people, and you're used to cutting through the problem in the most direct way possible. But you still care about people. Why I now have the time to enjoy my lunch in peace, something that I've not done in a long time. Thank you.
Do stereotype mention? Are they slut-shaming codices, always jumping in holes? Andrew, did they hit you again? Call me Sky. You gave yourself that name. Mom and Dad, don't bring them into this. What have they ever done for us except use us as punching bags? They don't get to decide my name. I swept floors for 6 years at TIT and eavesdropped on every course that I wouldn't turn out like those two piles of garbage. What? You? Don't you have anything better to do than put nagging notes on my bag? It's not like I don't know how to eat. People. Ooh! Ooh! That's Ad Astra in the background. That's the Lone Trail lobby music. God, when are they gonna bring Ad Astra? They have? Do you know how you got the different backgrounds in Arknights that have the different music? When are they gonna have one like this? Because they have the Vivarium, but it has the Dorothy's Vision lobby theme, which is good, but I don't like it as much as a lobby theme. It's good for Dorothy's Vision. It's the like industrial, and it meets the theme of like the grand industrial future, leaving behind or being, even if unintentionally, uncaring about those within. But this theme, I want this one in my main menu. This one I want in my main menu. Frickin' hell, they just won't quit, will they? Stay behind me. This dude has such expressive faces. He has such expressive. I'm liking him. I'm liking this guy. I'm liking a lot of our NPCs so far. I like the lizard. I like Secretary that definitely won't turn out to be evil. I like Jagger. I like everybody.
You think you're all high and mighty wearing that white coat, eh? You and that little bitch there will always be slum dregs, no matter what you wear.
You're a must-beach in a ditch. You won't know greatness if it's shot on your face.
Oh, say that again, I dare you. Andrew!
Oh my god, it's a fucking... Oh, that's why it's that Astra! Because it's the Kirsten shit.
What's that? Catastrophe, run!
Catastrophe my ass! It's called exploration! Progress! The young man, all bruised up, looked up at the sky. Forgets he's in a dark, dirty alley with a scared little girl behind him. Cannot help but go after that ray of light in the sky. God, dude. I was thinking about sometime, yeah, ranking, maybe tier listing, something for like the Arknights nations, and also I gotta put this back to where it belongs. Oh my god, Pride Parkour! the Minecraft parkour's gone woke. Get the rainbows. Okay, I was thinking about like doing like a ranking for the nations, but that one seems kind of more boring than the races. Colombia would be number one though. It's so cool. I wonder who these two are. Aren't you worried about the control? Like she ever needs us to worry. Going the same way. That's all we are. can only play our own parts and then pray she's lucky. One day, Casdell 2 hangs from the firmament. Grave your name into my...
Oh my god! So Jagger was So Nasi and Justin were just like watching from just fucking sitting out, chilling, watching that shit happen. Cause that's Nasi and Justin, definitely. I know those silhouettes. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you tell me about the one who went into the sky? Who was that? Kirsten. Name is Kirsten Wright. Lucky Sissiby's Food and Beverage will cancel the registration tomorrow, Director. They didn't pass the recheck? Not even close. We're one of the first corporations that made the transformation to get into Propeller Paradise, riding on Sky Fever, when review criteria was less strict. What will happen to the testers they hired? Boss can't tell a motor from a transformer. We just saw the name Propeller Paradise as an opportunity to get rich quick. What were you asking? Nothing. Seem to like the name. Wish they would just call it Valeria Stellaria. Oh. Down for a second. There is a background plus UI for Lone Trail with that asterisk background. UI plus background. When's that coming, Laffy? When's that coming and how much? I mean, I'm gonna ask how much Origina Prime, but I have like 150 because I don't buy that many skins. So I'll be able to get it. I know you didn't approve of publicizing the Ring Lab's technological legacy. I have no intention of criticizing the Acting Council Control's decision, but overly conservative decision making will only cause us to lose the respect we deserve. Countless tech firms have appeared out of nowhere based on nothing but speckles of data. The Ring Lab that's shown upon millions of Colombians is now educational toys accessible to anyone above the age of 5. Space and universe are the buzzwords on every Colombian's lips, but if you remember, they came from Kirsten's experiment logs that were made public. No one is truly commemorating her, not even you, Director Lunaroy. Recording and retrospection are historians' work. Our job is to analyze, validate data, and follow a path that's effective and proven. What has come of this data and path? For the past couple of years, Ryan's acquired a dozen smaller labs making progress in projects large and small, with the notable exception of Kirsten's legacy. At this exhibition, we'll publish Ryan's subsequent research into the Galeria Stellaria for the first time, putting second-rate tech firms in their place, returning to the realm of aero exploration in the public eye. Know the Vivarium was built on the data transmitted down from the Ring Lab. Development of a plant-based energy transmission system represents a monumental milestone in engineering design, nurturing sprouts, paving botanical units, technical inspections. All of these are for the sake of progressing our experiments, but is a Vivarium really enough when it did not even get its day in the sun from the pre-expo? For that, awesome. I will get it. Lone Trail is just, man. If there is a time that I'm like nostalgic about from being a fan of Arknights, it's probably Lone Trail. It's probably Lone Trail, yeah. I mean, also in general, just like, you know, when I first got into it and like it was like right before COVID and those times. Man. I wonder if I could go back in time and I started making the content I make now then. How hard would I cook? Would I have success right now? Would I be at 10k? So, I mean, probably, yeah. Would I be at 10k if I got in on Arknights, like, early? Probably, yeah. But I didn't, so. That's that. Can't really put too much in, didn't mark too much down for it when it didn't fucking happen. Please tell me, Director Lunaroy. Ryan has bigger goals, don't we? Like how no one knew that Kirsten was going to pierce the sky before the night she did it? Night over Trimonths was a long time ago. Got to inspecting the next company. Take notes of the change in order. Yes, ma'am. Guy? I know how you feel. And I know that Kirsten was the one who inspired you to join us. Many people looked up at the sky then. But everyone chose to chase it. Don't forget what made you take the first step. I'll prepare the inspection documents. And Sky, for your own benefit in the future, don't start doing Minecraft. It's a dark path, and you'll go insane. Actually made the background blue.
Oh, no, it's bank employee. It's bank employee. I hate you. It's not bank employee. It's bank manager. Ew, bank manager. Also, I forgot. Come catastrophes or wakes of vultures. That one might be the most aesthetically mediocre of the Columbia events, and I still do like it. It's literally meant to be a town on its last, like, kind of a forgotten town that's getting completely just fucked by everything, really. Here's your pass, agreement form, and business directory. Once again, I welcome you and your team on behalf of Propeller Paradise. Next, can I help you?
I'm canceling my business registration.
What's the name of the business?
Lucky Cincy Beast Food and Beverage.
You'll be dismissing 82 testers, correct?
Yes, I have their files on my own here.
Thank you. One moment, please.
Did the Shadow Moon fall mad or something? Or was I so sure I'd make my money back that I hired 82 amateurs with no corporate experience? Every company does the same thing. Why does it have to be Lucky Sesame to get the axe? $1 million goes down the drain just because we were a little bit slow dealing with problems? You gotta be fucking kidding me! I'm crabbing one moon Shadow Moon real estate solve this stupid 3D living technical issue. That bunch of cobblers.
Your requests have been processed, Mr. Aspen. The Propeller hotline will remain available until the end of the day.
Okay.
However, if you have certain special needs, like when Shadow Moon Real Estate did, we can help you with that.
What do you mean?
My staff member takes out a business directory that virtually everyone in the Propeller Paradise has a copy of and points to a phone number. No name, no address. That's an unremarkable phone number hidden among thousands. Many as Aspen's hope.
One phone call to this number is gonna solve all my problems? Like Sisbase won't have to leave for Propeller Paradise?
Correct.
Then I want to withdraw the terminations and cancellation request.
No need to worry. The registration Lucky Sissy has not been canceled. However, you need to withdraw. You do not need to withdraw the termination of your testers. Any phone call will completely solve your problems. You won't need those people anymore.
Miracle or scam?
Screw it! Anything to stay up here. Fuck it, bro. Life's a gamble.
It's a gamble. Life's a gamble. Fuck it.
Whatever.
Mr. Tannen? Let me guess. Nasty was skeptical, but she accepted the list and agreed to the proposal.
Yes, I checked the engineering department's inspection schedule for today, and it's exactly in the order that you proposed, but how did you know?
I didn't know what she was gonna choose. All I know is that I'm at the apex of my life right now, and everything is going my way.
You're in good spirits.
Kill you. It's gonna take more than a Rhine director to move the needle.
Open the letter on the table. Keep your eyes open, ma'am. Keep those beautiful piercing red eyes open, ma'am. Yes, please. You know what? I will. I have to grab some. I have to fill my water bottle because I'm almost out of my 7-Up Zero Tropical here. I have to fill my water bottle and recycle another can. So I'm gonna go for a moment. You know, I'm gonna also use bathroom while I'm there. So you know, you guys are gonna have a little time to enjoy this. I don't remember much from what I said from the Pearson bar. Yeah. The streets are very like. It's kind of urban, but like a lack of time. My new wife. Yeah, that's a good choice. It's a good choice, Bo. It's a good choice, Bo. Ha! Shit. Hey, welcome. Thanks for being a member and a droplet. 7 months. Thank you. That's so kind. I don't know what else to say about it. I'll be back in just a moment. I'll be back in just a moment, chat. Okay. Thank you to Vo. Everyone can type thank you, Vo. Or Fu. I forget if the Vu or Vu. I forget if it's pronounced like a V or an F in Vietnamese. But like I said, just one moment. I'll be back. Enjoy the parkour.
Oh god. That took longer than I thought. Got a couple more things that I ended up getting sucked into.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh. Boo, showing some of the amazing things you get out of the Living Rain chat. How many other chats on YouTube? Do you get the Dorothy Pog and the Dorothy Sad emotes? Huh? How about that, chat? On how many others do you get that? Not very often. I'll tell you, not very often.
From Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Arts, Units, and Originium, to Mr. Gordon Tannen, congratulations on your appointment as Chief Executive of Paradise. 2 pages. Never seen a congratulation letter this long.
The reassignment letter I got 6 months ago on the border was 2 lines. Everyone thinks the ATAO is a sweet gig, but I don't get to embezzle shit from the savages inside me or the tribals in the Sargonian rainforest. The old fox hated me, the rest of the ATAO turned their noses up at me. Now, he's retired and I'm promoted. Things sure can change in a hurry, don't they? It's still light out, but I'm happy. A happy occasion like this calls for a... Here ain't nothing sad as Dorothy listen to this event. I am sad, Rod Tech! I am sad! I am sad. I miss my Jerboa. I miss her a lot. Also, you know, given he's saying shit like this, I'm glad I gave him a southern accent.
A toast. Your champagne, sir.
Why do I have a feeling that it'll be like she's like, well, actually, I'm from Sargon, so like, fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Well done, Mary. You made some progress in your time with me, whether we're talking about Nasi or this glass. Pour one for yourself.
Thank you, sir. However, the rules are quite clear about not drinking on the job.
Be shit, I pulled that manual out my ass.
In that case, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, the exhibition 6 days from now is just the start. My opening address will be the toast of all Columbia. Every rocket will have my face on it in the largest district, and the Shadow Moon will be named after me. Ryan, ATAO, the district, no one's ever gonna tell Gordon Taylor what to do. This will be my propeller paradise forever and ever. Bottoms up. Who are you? Here for the party?
Hello? Are you the chief executive of Propeller Paradise? Oakley, newly appointed guy for Propeller Paradise. I'm supposed to report to Mr. Gordon Tannen.
What? Wait. Is the other one just like just actually fucking? Is just some random schizophrenic running around, just fucking doing shit?
Oh, surprise look. Oh. Man, those eyes really are striking. Cooking something Dorothy altar for 7th anniversary. It'll be, surely, if that's what it is.
Shit, bro.
Oh, wait.
Shit, bro. Take my name if you want, but you have to steal my entire... Shit, bro. Take my name if you want, but you don't have to steal my entire past.
Crazy play the game by reading stuff. True. Real. Very real. When's the last time back-to-back chapters had shit in them? Is it B shit? And then we got just shit, dude. I know you slandered me. I wrote the entire application myself.
You recite it from memory? How am I supposed to pull something I wrote a year ago from memory? Oakley, born in Bunker Hill, graduated Trimont's College of Arts and Science. Previously worked as a guide in the Human Development and Technological Innovation Department of the District Convention Center. Innovation is misspelled.
Damn you, if I didn't lose my terminal and CV.
Gordon's head has never hurt so badly. The holes in the onboarding process are obvious upon further reflection, but the real question is, why would she impersonate a guide? Is she a Lithonian spy, a DoD agent, or a pair of eyes that DC is keeping on him? Or is she just a fucking idiot? Yeah, bro, that's such a good thing to say. It is, yes. Foster's already made contact. Like, shit, bro, is such a good, like, response start. Shit, bro, I don't even care. Like, it's just like, it's such a good response start. It's such a good first 2 words to start a response. The imposter has already made contact with many corporations at the previous exhibition. For now means broadcasting his negligence to the whole country. Besides, Gordon has no idea how much he knows, and he still intends to sort him in Columbia. Gordon does not dare think about it any further. Your gaze wanders when you speak, your voice is trembling, and you talk without rhyme or reason. I doubt Mr. Tan would want such an Oakley to handle promotion work. Don't bring Mr. Tan into this, I tell you. Shut up! Perhaps you need a little time to calm down, Mr. Oakley. Come with me to the reception room to rest a little while. Mr. Tan and I... Listen up. I just pulled your activity records from the park here. It won't be hard to figure out who you are. One more lie, I'm throwing you off this plate. It won't matter who you are when you're a puddle on the ground 600 meters down. You get me. Now talk. Who are you? Guide. Got balls, I'll give you that. You're the kind of guide tourists need. My name is Fern. I'm a tour guide. My apologies, Mr. Oakley. Mr. Tan will make sure this matter is dealt with promptly. You believe me now? Of course. You can reach me through this terminal if you need anything. Now, get some rest. I'll be going. Alright. Done. Read the room and avert potential risks for your boss. Another rule for secretaries. Who said Oakley got himself drunk a month ago after a breakup and he gave you his resume instead of his contact info. Gave you the chance to sneak into Propeller Paradise under his identity. That's right. The client was an old banshee who somehow got lost in the bleach wasteland. Her memory was hazy and it was difficult to communicate with her. Yes. You suspected that she was ill, and you were asking around until under the guise of a guide to make her journey a smooth one, which is why you looked like you were up to something. Exactly! You spent a whole month here. You know this is no ordinary place. If you're a foreign spy, the military take you in for questioning, torture, and you never see the light of day again. If you're an agent from the Department of Defense, DC won't let you off the hook. They'll disavow, distort, and even dispose of you, all for the sake of tipping the scales to their side. If you're a district plant, then you've learned too much, and ATAO taught me plenty of ways to help you forget. Unless you're just a tour guide, but if you're just a tour guide who cares for a client, you're a good person. Columbia will do good by a good person. You aren't gonna press charges? Believe me, I'd love to. Fucking, I would love to. The speed 1 command block? Really? That's so sad. That's so tragic. What website is this? This is the Arknight's Story Reader. Just look up Arknight's Story Reader. The icon is Myrtle. Yeah, you. That's the one that I always like to use for these because it's organized in a very easy to digest manner. Parkour's not. I can't believe the parkour's not real. That's so sad. There's your performance at the pre-expo. You'll deal with your problems and get lost before they find out who you are. The longer you stay, the more I have to compensate the poor guy whose name you stole. If all you want to do is clear the mind of your Banshee client, I can help. You know about Banshees? I know how to solve your problem. I know someone who does, and she is like, very, personable. She likes other people, definitely, totally. Loading botanical unit connected. Bioelectrical signal detected. Charge and drive unit. Yeah, this experience gotten, isn't it? No. Voice. Short circuit protection's kicked in. Unravel. Unravel! The machine be doing things. You shouldn't touch an overloaded converter with your bare hands, Director. Works better than an incantation. How are the readings? By exhibition standards, the technology for high-altitude energy transmission through plants is sufficiently mature. By the standards of your expectations for the project, however, not good enough. The energy transmission threshold for the floating botanical units falls short of theoretical values. Prickly Forte kid would chill out a bit if you said as much to him. The guy's inexperienced, but he's right about one thing. Vivarium is Kristen's legacy. Owe it to her to do our best. We're always stubborn, going back to when we dug out the shaft together 5 years ago. Pulled all-nighters to ensure its structural integrity. Panting the core materials for the incantations, nothing could get you to take a break. Not even your favorite gummy worms. And those are fucking like, oh. And those are some bangers. The trolleys? Let me tell you, don't you ever fucking bring in the trolley sour crawlers into this ever again. I'll fucking kill you. Oh, you had to. You had to ruin the magic of it, Rod. You had to ruin the magic of it. How about this? This is a real person. I think you can tell it's real people when they actually mess up sometimes. Or Banshees more than all the other Sarkaz combined. Maybe because a lot of the other Sarkaz are fucking boring. Or in the case of the Wendigo, dead. Like, oh, the vampires. Yeah, they're fucking vampires, dude. I don't give a shit. The Goliaths, they're big. Like, they're just the tall Sarkaz. They're just the members of the Sarkaz who could be in the NBA. Like, alright. They're just the bigger ones. The other, like, the ones that could be interesting are, like, I don't know, the gargoyles. But it doesn't seem like they all that special. You want to go fin catching? Do it at Lake Sulligan, assuming I approve your leave request. Besides, I worked so many hours just because I was inefficient. Learned to write curses too late. Incantations suffer in strength and precision compared to my kindred because they rely on sound as the... That why you modified your bone pen to use hole-punched paper tapes to just supplement your casting? Yes, I took a lot of wrong turns. Lucy takes out her bone pen, a plain, unornamental object resembling Ryan creations. Inserts it into a sapling in the village. White glow rises from branches and every leaf. No command has been entered in the area. Whiskey takes 2 programs, manual recording plant energy, conversion data. Such an efficient programming language, your incantations. Then we should make it more efficient as this bottleneck. The risks. Do you mean you the report again? Thank you for your work. Yes, ma'am. Hello, this is the Rhine lab. This is the Rhine Vivarium lab. Hello, Director Luneroy. Mr. Tannen's asked me to express his gratitude at your reasonable accommodation that led to successful cooperation the last time. Some follow-up matters to be discussed. Do you have time this afternoon? Yes. Excellent. I'll see you in the Vivarium in an hour. Oh my... Ooh! Ooh! Everything just be looking cool in this event. Look at that. Oh, this definitely feels like it's like what you see in like in a ship. It feels like it's like inside of like a ship. Like this type of thing. I ride the rope like a flying donut station, then take the ring corridor. The right place, aren't I? It's dark in here. Where's the light? Good heavens! Where am I?
Intruder alert!
Oh, what the fuck? What the hell is that?
Intruder alert, intruder alert. Activating bioscan, analyzing results, species Terran, sex, male, threat pending.
A talking fin beast.
Mind your foolish words, Terran. I'm SpaceFin04. State your universe ID number immediately.
Universe ID.
Corporate name, nitwit.
Oh, Lucky Sisty Beast Food and Beverage.
So you're the partner that Sky Conqueror was expecting. How unfortunate that I won't get a chance to test my laser cannons. Touchy think the supervisor will be here momentarily.
Supervisor?
5-4, make sure you speak like an extraterrestrial entity next time you do the client explanation thing. Aye, sir.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Tannen. Shh, don't huff and buff. The polite thing to do when you stay in this collection of unique curiosities, the likes of which you will not find anywhere else in Terra, is to admire it with your eyes. Look at the wall on your right. 5 years ago, I confiscated the possessions of a pioneer trying to illegally cross the border and found an unusual water circulation and filtration system in his trailer. He helped me find the core component in exchange for looking the other way. When the unit was assembled, I identified it as a locus of sorcery. Sarkaz witchcraft weapon.
My goodness, it must be dangerous.
Turn around and look behind you. It's a trident of arts from Lithanian, created by Witch King cultists who wanted to amplify arts outputs. They could rip apart the fabric of reality and summon their master. Kinda crazy, sure, but its conversion efficiency is 50 times the max allowed by Propeller Paradise regulations. Even an onion can fly with it. Wait, you solved One Boot's technical issues with contraband? Contraband! ATAO made up the stupid rule about parts made in Columbia. The investment segment is just a LARPer. I suppose. I don't know and I don't care about the reasons behind the decisions. All I know is that the rules are un-Columbian. They restrict scientists and force entrepreneurs to lie. Single humble ATA officer who imported inventions from across Terra into Propeller Paradise, forming the eating soul of 1/3 of all levitating facilities here. Hundreds of smuggling operations are getting exposed. Every transaction, every deal has gone without a hitch under my management. Not even my secretary Mary knows my secrets, although she may. Perhaps I'm the evil one and she's not, or she is the secret Giga evil one. I need time to think about this, Mr. Tannen. Lucky Sister B says 1 day left and I got other things on my plate. I'll give you 5 seconds. Lucky Sister Beast gets a mongrel heart, or you let it die to your stubborn pride. Choose.
Ah, is this Director Lunaroy, Rhinelab's youngest director ever? Dr. Wright's former right-hand woman, and supervisor of the Variable Propeller Engineering Department? Is this the follow-up matter you were talking about, Mercia? Also, am I the youngest? Is Nasty the youngest?
I'm pretty sure Dorothy, straight up, would be like late 20s. So, I mean, I guess Nasty could just also be late 20s and just. And also, Justin seems quite young. But then again, you know, as we all know, as the ancient wisdom goes, the e-girl, no matter how many accessories the e-girl equips, she can never match the raw beauty of the man, so. Also, I feel like there's multiple directors that we've heard that about. The youngest.
Well, yes, a guide can improve communication in the engineering department and promotional efforts for the Rhine Vivarium, avoiding another frosty reception for Ryan, like what happened in the preview. Actually, the botanical units falling about Propeller Paradise get their lift from incantations rather than propellers? Not entirely. Incantations that do not use sounds and medium need to be combined with machinery to maintain operation. Your program must be extremely important to you. Would losing it have negative consequences, such as loss of memory or illness? Bone pen is just a tool. It does not have physiological effects. How do you relieve stress and recover energy outside of work? Does a full course horn treatment help you relax? Which brand of horn care product do you recommend? May I touch your horn to see how well it works? You're asking questions that have nothing to do with our work. I'll have a researcher take you through the vivarium to answer any questions you may. But there are some things that I need to speak with Mercia about here alone. What is Gordon planning this time? Why do you ask? Lieutenant understands that Ryan Francis may have added certain ideas. He does not wish to see it impact the action efforts. He has the best of intentions. I thought he already traded his conscience for that fancy suit. Besides, I have a hard time believing that an official guide would ask such irrelevant questions unless you had ulterior motives to begin with. I'm not making any accusations. I know you have to protect your boss, but you know you can. It's unusual. I don't think Mr. targeting you. Explain. He just recently come to report. There's no reason for us to put pressure on you a second time. Short period of time. Mr. Tannen is a careful man. He would have told me about it. Mentions. With accident. Unless he's keeping some kind of, I don't know, secret. He disappears from the office at certain times during the day. First I thought he was going out to talk to potential investors. An investor a few days ago complimented Mr. Tannen. And he said his negotiations with the big investor were rocky at the time. Why are you looking at me like that?
You just violated the first rule of secretaries.
Oh! Besides, you're not as tense as you used to be when going over the clues. Is that so? According to the rules, I should close my ears and mouth and think only about the interest of my boss, but now I'm not sure what he's thinking.
You two talking about me? Over here? That's all changed so bad. Why they do that? Because she used to be too good. It's a nerf, Laffy. They nerfed her because it used to be too good. So they made it worse. I'm glad to see the two of you getting along so well. Mary's a shy girl. I thought she'd have trouble making friends outside of work.
Mr. Tennant, this part of her rules too.
You're a hell of a joker, you know that.
I hope you're not here for the comedy.
I'm here to apologize. I know how exhausting it affects 1,000 it's while pairing you on at the same time. I just want to do my part to help.
You sent a very professional guide.
It's only natural to be nervous when meeting your hero.
Never knew I had a fan like that.
Must be shy, or maybe you were trying to avoid suspicion. Now you use it to follow up. It's mostly just a follow-up now. It used to be difficult to hit, but you could hit to start in a fight. Now it's... I think the identity of it was meant to generally be a follow-up. And they've just leaned into that. Yeah, Bro's projecting his suspicious claims. What do you mean? The guide, Mary, I have a few questions about Director Luna that I'd like to ask her.
She's gone, sir.
Say what? Director Ludoy, nutrition supply to all planets has been cut. There's no air from the control program, and no sign of hardware damage to the central control computer. It's almost as if...
And to control them has been revoked.
Yes, you're supposed to supply energy. The plants are running in reverse. The plants will die in minutes if the commands aren't repaired quickly.
No, they've already begun to wilt.
God fucking damn it. Well, I mean, like, Lulu's main engages are ult. Would you say Lulu's like an engage? Lulu ult is like an engage ability? Caitlin's main engage is E-ing backwards to go forwards. Would you say that's an engage ability? Yeah, the main engage would be probably the ult, but honestly, just dashing through the wave is probably better. Oh goddamn!
First the leaves, then the branches of the trunks. The greenery that cover the lab walls is peeled off in a matter of seconds. Stops to watch the disaster unfold before their very eyes. They all know what the shriveled, bony branches signify. Not just that it's not just the trees in desperate struggle.
What are you standing around for? Hurry up and move the saplings to the exhibition. Those are our last ones. Everybody freeze! What? Umbrella Paradise Police will take control of the vivarium, effective immediately, begin an investigation into this incident. No one may approach the equipment until evidence collection is complete. Security! Yes, sir. Put the vivarium on lockdown. Yes, sir. Sorry you lost your experiments, Director Lunaroy, but I have to ensure the safety of Umbrella Paradise. All researchers have to leave the lab until the investigation is complete. I'll get someone else to handle the inspections.
When did those guards show up outside the door? Before the alarm sounded? Or after?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Researchers can leave. I won't. Your timing was a little too perfect, Gordon.
Thank goodness. No one's on my tail. All right, Mr. Tannen, I'll have to go back on my promise to meet you in the vivarium. I think I found what I need to help the Banshee. Crack!
Fern opens up her hand. White objects lying in her palm. 10 minutes ago, she was walking through the vivarium while thinking about what can help restore an aging Banshee's mind. Must be something that's very important to a Banshee, something that would awaken her instincts. All object inserted into a tree caught Fern's eye, so ordained by fate. The white surface is covered in esoteric symbols, patterns floating around it like a glowing cardiogram. Irresistible. Fern has seen similar symbols and patterns before. The Banshee's bone pen. Sorry, Dr. Lunaroy. I'll have to borrow this for a while. I'll return it as soon as my client's recovered. Hello. Sorry to keep you cooped up in this room all day. Think about a way to restore your memories. Damn. There was no one in the room. Only the crease sheets show any indication that someone used to be there. Wind blows into the room through an open window. Black feather that fell from a horn quivers on the windowsill. He's gone. Oh, fuck. There's Vela. Okay, let's see. Where do we have to get to? Probably UR4 after. We can actually do this event in 2 sessions. Thank you for the... Oops. Oopsie. Thank you for the hospitality. Pleasure's all mine. Joy to see a Banshee these days. I, John Gargoyle. Why is that?
It's easier for me to ask for an elegy when me or my family reach the end of the road. Much has changed with Casdell, but few banshees come anymore. Portakin won't find the myriad souls without your guidance.
Sorry, I'll do my best.
Just kidding. Treat that roosting tree of yours, right? Branch?
Plantation analysis failed to discover the reasons behind its the pillar of the entire banshee race. A friend recommended you as a child of soil and stone familiar with plants. Please.
Let me see what I can do. Get some dirt. Get a pot from the backyard. If you see any foul beast stealing vegetables, just chase them away.
Disperse, bitch ass foul beast.
Foul beasts disperse. The decrepit vegetable garden is not quite yet. A vegetable sprout vibrates violently in front of Viola. A black branch-like horn emerges from the dust-covered leaves.
Will you steal vegetables, eh?
Get lost, or I'll rip your head off.
Like that. It's bad for your voice. Don't be afraid. I would not hurt a child.
Oh, it's nasty.
Get lost, or I'll rip your head off.
Aww. You were an adorable child. Where'd the years go? Where'd the years go, Nasty? The young banshee peeks out from behind the leaves, hiding a half-eaten piece of vegetable leaf behind her back.
Here, take my food. It's your food. What's that in your hand?
Before Viola can react, the young banshee has snatched the roosting tree branch from her hand to be.
This is a stupid branch that's been lying in the mud. It stinks.
Hungry? Let me see. Some pastries from the dew caps that grow alongside the shore of Miss Lake. Right season for them.
Leave her to scrounge food off the dead. Get away from me. You're scared? You know those big merchants scare that sound.
Sound of the banshees of our clan. I've not heard this note in the Song of the Banshees for a long time. Years ago. Last one who sang. Ah, that child.
You know who taught me the sound? I never met you before.
Come to Casdell much these days. Home is in a distant valley. The trees hanging from their branches.
Hard to find food. You gotta be ready for a beating. Say that place you're talking about really exists. The fruit grows on trees just like that? What's the catch?
Girl, come with me. You like it. Believe it.
Why should I?
Name is nasty, isn't it? You're a nasty little shit. That presence of a banshee I sense. What's that? Yay!
Oh wait, we haven't taken a peek at the veil of the sign.
Oh, she's an old lady. Gone through a lot. Try and repeat the mistakes of the past? No, Nasty. No, Nasty, no, that was so not right.
Most of the Rhine staff evacuated the vivarium, sir. Only Nasty and a few researchers are staying behind to organize documents. They don't look happy.
Are you happy?
Plan wasn't to ruin the whole vivarium. Said the tour guide knew too much about the banshees. This was a chance to expose her and drag Nasty into it. Kill two foul beasts with one stone. It was a rough plan to begin with. The vivarium acting a convenient excuse to stop Ryan's inspections?
Convenient? And where do you think we'll find that fucking guide?
I know Nasty. You'd never let something like this happen to the vivarium just accidentally. Besides, there's no way she would risk Ryan's exhibit with the exhibition just around the corner. God, he was gone before the alarm sounded. She must have done something. It's not enough to just evacuate the researchers. There's a good chance that Nasty's already onto my plan and is just waiting for evidence. Evidence I can't afford to give her. Tell your men to find Fern by sundown.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Pratt's Fern. Maybe she's just off on her own. Oh, no. She doesn't even remember why she came to Umbrella Paradise. Where on turn could she go? That's not what she did. Then someone must have taken her. It's I. Triple exclamation point. Or probably, then someone must have taken her. Who's there? Oh, then someone must have taken her. Who's there? This? What are you doing here? What are you standing there for? Hurry up and move the saplings to the exhibition. Those are our last ones. All dead?
5 minutes?
Oh, there's something deeper. There's something deeper to Mercia. There's something deeper to her. First of all, Justin is not mid. Justin's awesome, Rod. You're a fraud for thinking that he's mid. How dare you? God, her eyes are very dead. She reaches out to touch the withered tree in the middle of the vivarium. She has a small hole at eye level. Natural cavity? No. Hector. Withered plant. No equipment malfunction. That branch. Oh. It's fern. Took the bone pen from the tree in the vivarium, didn't you? It's plain, simple, unremarkable. You couldn't have known it was the key that controls the entire vivarium. It wasn't your intention to sabotage it.
Is Mr. Tannen waiting outside with his men?
Leave him alone, miss. I don't think the responsibility for what happened to the vivarium should fall on your shoulders.
What do you mean?
There's some things I still have to look into. I've suspected that Mr. Tannen has been plotting against Ryan ever since he agreed to help the mysterious Banshee guest for no apparent reason. Either that or his own private interest involved.
You suspect your own boss? He said Columbia would do good by a good person.
He said that there's nobody easier to deal with than a good person.
My client?
There's a row of VIP rooms outside Mr. Tannen's office. You could try looking there. I hope your client just went. Truly do.
But I'm not some fucking naive dumbass. Gordon must be behind this, altering the list of inspections, then sabotaging the whole vivarium and putting Ryan and the Writing exhibit on lockdown. What are you gonna do next? Chase us out of Propeller Paradise?
No problem with our systems or hardware. He sent someone to steal your bone pen. It's not like him.
Or are you trying to use logic to explain the actions of a bandit? They don't operate under the same rules as we do, except when they talk officialese. None of the corporations on Propeller Paradise do. We're closer to the bearer than anyone else. We're different. Countless tech firms fall by the wayside, but the business registrar rarely gets any complaints. Why? Because there's a consensus. In Sky Age, the higher you stand, the more respect you deserve. Gordon's interference with our experiments violates Propeller Paradise's consensus. He should...
You don't want to be bound by the rules, but you still want to exploit them. You're proving that Ryan is not yet ready to reach those heights.
What?
Stop working and listen up, everybody. This is about today's incident and how we proceed from here. Cultivation, I have confirmed that the 72 trees waiting to be replanted, 350 saplings, and more than 1,000 ungerminated seeds are all dead. Umbrella Paradise police are now in charge of investigating the incident. Don't know how long that will take, but there is no realistic chance that the vivarium can be restored before the exhibition.
Senior researchers will have to stay behind and work on incident reports with me.
The rest of you can enjoy a little time off. Any questions?
Director Lunaroy, you said the vivarium was our most important project. The accumulation of data sent back by the Ring Lab. Does this mean that we failed to protect the last legacy of Galerietta Labia?
Dismissed.
VIP rooms from the outside area? Here we are. Mercia had suspicions, but no proof that Mr. Tannen really... Never mind. The important thing is to find the client.
Try to run again and I'll start breaking bones.
Someone inside.
For anyone's sake, quit crying and keep quiet until the end of the exhibition. My head hurts. Let me get a smoke. So, let me go. Say anything about Mr. Tannen.
Oakley, what are you doing here? Open your eyes.
Imposter.
Got a name. It's Fern. Mr. Tannen said he was going to treat you well and pay you compensation. What's going on?
Treat me well. He's freaking locked me up. None of this would have happened if you didn't impersonate me.
Hey, you're the one who begged me to take your number and resume that night. Tears and snot all over your face. What did you say back then? You were a lonely soul looking for love.
All right. Stop. Me and my rotten luck. Huge deal. Unauthorized personal sneak in a high security experiment zone where they want to shut me up. But how did you get out? The guard said Mr. Tannen was going to deal with the troublemaking imposter.
I see.
Are we dead? I just want to see what my life would be like in the future, but now it looks like I ain't got future no more. Want to join my tour, Real Oakley? What? I got it unnoticed. I can get you out safely. You can. In a lap, I went for a smoke and a whole person just grew on the floor or what? You can get in, but you won't get out.
Not gonna let us go in peace, huh?
You mean it when you say you get me out. I'll join your tour, whatever it is. Just get me out of here.
Good, you won't regret it. Let me teach you how I brave the dangers of the bleached wasteland.
Just deal with this guy. Damn, my hands are still tied.
Don't worry, a good tour guide never makes your customers do her job. Welcome to Fern's Tours. Please be aware that you may encounter loud noise during this tour. Cover your ears or keep your distance from me. Now, let's get moving.
No, that's what she's that's what she's using. She's using the shit on the shield. Using the loud. I like the ripped look.
Ah!
Run!
We're gonna after him. Don't let him get away.
Rival of the fittest, calling the unfit. When has Ryan become one of the unfit? Oh, Mr. Jagger, what are you doing here? That's my line. What are you doing here? Well, you should have already canceled Lucky City registration. Not doing anything illegal. You solved a technical issue before you filed the cancellation. Stroke of luck. You solved it. Why didn't anyone contract engineering? We didn't have time to get around because of how sudden it was. Anyway, Mr. Tennant announced that all technical installations by Readalong are suspended. I don't need to report to you anymore. How could they have solved it all of a sudden when 3 days didn't do it? Lucky Sissy Beast luck? Quick, take the readings before other people come back. Well, the data's good. Too good, in fact. Almost if they're specifically calibrated to the benchmarks. These aren't propeller Paradise Standard issued screws, are they? Completely soldered. Don't budge. The whole core energy model is sealed shut. No power unit Paradise and power
Paradise.
I hate blind. Yeah. I still don't like that it works on Azir soldiers. Why? It's dumb. They're literally not auto attacks. They're like fucking you don't get blinded on Cassiopeia E's. Blind on Azir W's. Stupid. Where do they get this weird non-compliant stuff from? Procurement process goes through. I get it now. Silly me for thinking that survival of the fittest really was the rule on fucking Propeller Paradise. Still helping that bastard put together the report for an accident at Rhine. Forget it, Director Lunoy, which is just me for not having evidence. Who else can help? Who else can help? Who else can help? Is he contacting a certain someone? Alright, I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'm gonna bring you a Propeller Paradise mascot plushie if I find one. I'm not a kid! See you later then.
You've been playing catch with your branches in the corridor ever since you stepped out of Saria's office. You're stalling. I can tell.
There really ought to be a law about invading individual privacy with a water clone.
Not likely to happen, unless there's another water elf in Columbia.
Branches on Nasty Bolt suddenly grow, pointing in the direction of the water elf and twist open a tool attachment. First 1,000 times, Willsey has taken a step back to the right, dodging the bionic branch robotic trick.
You know I'm stuck in Curag and can't come in person.
Maintaining a water clone at a long distance is a draining task. Are you worried that I might flub up Kristen's legacy?
It's you that I'm worried about, not some derivative of Galeria Stellaria. It takes time for a seed to grow into a sapling, and all the more so when you hope it will become a towering tree. Relax. Not even Ferdinand would complain about the results you're pulling. And let me tell you, he's a fucking whiner.
That's because I blocked his email.
Oh yeah. You helped make yours a dream come true by digging away to the Triwet suburbs. Now it's your turn. Have you ever thought about
not going back to the Convalis? The tranquility of the Convalis does not belong to a flawed banshee. Fire her.
But
it's time to go.
Just a sec, here.
Potted plant?
Ecological dug it out of a desert. It's resistant to heat and cold and just as stubborn as you. Call it a goodbye, Prezi. No need for vivariums. Just remember to water it. Keep a watchful eye on you. Maybe even help you.
Did you put a fucking camera in here?
No! In return, take care of the vivarium and yourself, and get me a Propeller Paradise plushie mascot if they really exist. They're so fucking cute!
I love Propelli! I love him! The withered branches, oh, this is the classic Rhine see? The withered branches on the first 4 planters have been cleaned up. The spotted plant is the only one from the exhibit that survived. I'll take it. About the underground plants. Transmitted data are as expected, but our coverage is limited. We haven't had someone to check on site. I'll go. Thanks. Dr. Lunaroy. Anyone from outside here? No, ma'am. We've here to simulate experimental conditions here. Just in case. Reveal. Very, I just, like these things. Imagine, you're like GTA ass driving through them, man. Now that would be a type of like, open world Arknights I could get behind, man. Like Neverness to Everness, but not, mid. No sign of entry. Alien accident. We've compiled the report on dead plants. Do you review it now? Alright, let's go. Andy Lunaroy, Director of Engineering. Credentials confirmed. Welcome. Where the heck did those two go? Did something happen, sir? It's me, Tester Guy. No need to be alarmed. We're just simulating missions on the Shadow Moon. Mr. Tan's orders. Columbia keeps our people safe, wherever they are. Lit up. Keep a low profile. Roger. What was it, drill? Like a Rankwood blockbuster. What was it called? Battlefield Shadow Moon, I think.
See? Those guards are Kashmir and Space Knights. Don't give us away.
Skip the comedy, imposter. Where do you go next?
Not many places to hide on the Flying Donut Station. The ring corridor in the back is perfect for an ambush.
Then what do we do? I signed your tour contract. You gotta get me out of here.
Settle down, real Oakley. You're on Propeller Paradise. Forget what you think you know about terra firma. And that's a Volvar Kaczynski jump board you're testing, right? Can we borrow it?
Sure. I'm just imagining they just go direct, like, flat, like, smack against, like, something like the metal things in the background. It's such a brutal sound. Oh, what's that sound? Look up. How the frick they get on top of a floating pod?
Oh, I forgot. People look up on Propeller Paradise.
What do we do? Shoot them down.
We gotta shoot him down.
Oh, is that simulating the air cannon the villain fires in the climactic scene? Wait, I think I smell Arginium powder. Fire!
Run!
Crash! All of them. It took so much work just to put Ryan down, but now we have a rogue tour guide on the loose. After that feline myself, I'd have business to do.
Would you like me to eliminate those ignorant Terra Sky Conqueror? Show them the true power from beyond Terra?
No need, 5-4. She's a tour guide, not a special agent. First report on Gustav.
He and his retinue are floating around a cloud of the area. They've not passed through the found the hidden door.
When I first joined ATA, it was several years ago. Gustav would notice if I swiped a liquid Arginium lighter from a stowaway. I thought he didn't like me because he used to be a soldier. I hated crooks and wanted everything to be done the right way. Only later did I find out it was because I left too many loose ends. I learned everything from him. His way of doing things, his way of talking, even how I dress. As for the result,
Vital's treasures from across Terra
is much bigger than ATAO's dirty lockers. Gustav on one side, Nasty on the other. So what? 6 inches deep in Nasty, Gustav 6 inches deep in you. Which way you going? So what? I'm not the clueless kid from 7 years ago. I'll never find out what I did unless I hand deliver the evidence. Once the exhibition opens and thousands of exhibits fly into the sky, all the secrets and illicit transactions won't matter anymore. Everyone will know that it was Gordon Tannen who lit the fire in the Propeller Paradise. Not Ryan, not DC.
Warning, Terra approaching.
What's that sound? Don't blow it up. Don't blow it up. Might be somebody below. Don't try to talk way out of. Oh. Well, Gordon, I think we've lost. Gordon, we've lost the exhibit. Gordon, we have lost the shit. We've lost the back rooms. It has exploded. It's looking like a 6 and a motherfucking 7 right now. We got both.
A familiar figure descends amidst the rubble and dust, her legs flailing wildly. He just ordered her arrest several hours ago. Only about 90 centimeters apart, both their brains working feverishly to process the situation. Time itself feels frozen. Gordon and Fern stand off against one another, scrambling to take in each other's expressions. Howdy. Howdy, partner.
They really blew it up. Where the hell am I anyway? This place isn't on my map. There was a hidden door in the ring corridor? Why am I staring at Tanner right now? Is this a trap? I have such a look of surprise and shock on his face. I used to exhibits on the walls. Wait a second. I've done seen inside the street stalls when I got dragged in the black mark by the sarcasm. Right over there. Isn't that staring issue for Zidane Sargonian Zooms? Shoot, it's too late to pretend I never saw any of this. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no, please don't hit the high explosive Originian grenade or this entire pod goes up in smoke. It may have been one thing after another since this fake god came to Repel Paradise.
He runs at me, or Nazi spy. She ruined my plans once to the Bavarian, but now she's doing it again. What's she looking at? The Originian Storm Guided Bad Beacon, or Zidane Witchcraft Helmet? She recognizes these. What's she gonna do with the dirt on me? She gonna sell it to someone? Nazi or Gustav find out.
The delayed gravity falls sharply downwards. Gordon has no time to save his collection. All he can do is watch as the feline approaches rapidly. The between them disappears. After the complicated thoughts flash into their minds as they await the impending impact. No time for them to say a single word. Is it gonna be shit? Shit! Yup! It's like these two are the ones who won't say it. Bro just got absolutely obliterated. Oh, another secretary. Oh. 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 I mean, she doesn't complain to she doesn't compare to Mercia at all, but like she's not terrible or she's not bad herself, you know. That you can't go in, and I said I'm with Rhinelab. I know the access rules for Propeller Paradise facilities better than you do, and no special permission is required to visit Cloud. It's a restaurant. You'd be correct under normal circumstances, but there's an important guest here right now.
Let him in. I think this young man is looking. Let him in. I think this young man is looking for me.
It was not Mumu that he called. We could not confirm that.
We get the debriefing on Ryan for Barium incident done.
Nothing gets past you.
Just happen to know a few people. Columbia's great project here,
Including Gordon Tannen.
I guess you're not here to try to recoup Ryan's losses.
There's enough time before the exhibit now, even with emergency funding. Please, take a look at this inspection report.
Got up, solved the technical inspections and received Propeller Paradise.
Problem. Lucky Sisty Beast never passed the recheck. I have to leave Propeller Paradise today according to the rules. But I just saw their owner and discovered that they solved the energy problem that had plagued them for months.
The eve of the exhibition. Deadline, science, miracle.
Classic potato chip flavors, so to speak. Those aren't potato chip flavors. No, look at this page. I focused on several components that are not involved in standard inspection. I found their output is more than 10 times the standard values. Or put this in simpler terms.
Don't need to explain technical terms to me. I wrote the manual of Columbian Originium component standards you're carrying.
Do you mean to say the Lucky Sisty Beast invented power components far exceeding national standards in the span of a few hours? Invented? They don't have the chops for that. I think someone transplanted a non-Columbian heart into that failure.
For the rules of Propeller Paradise, all Terran eyes are on our progress in levitation technology, and the parts involved must be made in Columbia to ensure security.
Not accusing the ATAO of negligence. The ordinary officer could have let a corporation dodge Ryan's regular and random inspections. They put in the engineering section's inspection order, but coincidentally, Director Lunaroy came to an agreement with a certain official.
Gordon Tannen.
He would stop at nothing to tie Ryan's hands, because we are the true original proponents of Propeller Paradise, and the engineering section is a pair of eyes that could uncover a secret at any time.
Speculating that Gordon Tannen's been running a smart operation behind the scenes. That is a serious accusation, young man.
That's why I had to come to you, sir. Until Propeller. Until? I just realized. There we go. Ooh! The music had been playing for a while. Ooh, I'm glad we turned it back on. We got something a little new. We got some detective music coming on. Until Propeller Paradise gets into DC, you're the only one in position to deal with your diligent subordinate. I'm curious.
No supervisor know about this?
Wouldn't have come to this if Director Lunaroy did anything.
What do you mean?
A sharp ring of man. She would have let you stay behind to spend time with me if she knew.
Sir? Sir?
I'm the one in position to deal with Gordon, an interesting way to put it. Would have butt heads with me, true, but that's the folly of youth. And true enough for you, too. The first thing I ever taught him was that we'd always be of one mind when we named for Columbia.
Hey!
Watching Gustav takes important turns to walk the interior of the restaurant. He is shocked and angry. Encouraging Gustav, but the man makes a simple gesture. The bodyguards twist the young sign in his arm, either pride, pain, and frustration.
Oh! What a coincidence!
Bad Jagger's taken outside with the bodyguards, not knowing whether they'll be thrown into one of the lower level jail cells or locked away in some secret room. He just have to pick up the phone. The man calling must be Gordon Tannen now. Jagger regrets not leaving a copy of the evidence for Nasty. He just get back to the vivarium. Suddenly the pain is gone. The bodyguards let go of him and push him to the elevator and take him away from the cloud.
Hey, you can hear me, right? I swear, I won't say a word about Mr. Tannen's smuggling operation. We really didn't mean to bargain into his collection.
Take a break, Oakley. You keep going like this, you're gonna start getting ideas that the best way to shut someone up is to kill them.
Damn, fuck!
You're crying again? Don't worry about it. Prisoners, the silent treatment is normal. Sounds like you know your prisons. What do you think I got my silver tongue? I fucking love prison! Even if I read to a bunch of Argasaria who couldn't understand a word I was saying and have me surrounded with spears, I can still get my point across with nothing but winks and gestures. Really think we can get out of this jail? Have you ever been to the Bleach Wasteland? No. Yeah, sandstorms there tear through puffish metal sheet and rip flesh from bone in an instant. True. Now the guide says off limits for a reason, and no travel agencies take tours there. I don't want to assume it was impossible just because of hearsay. You actually went there and got out alive. The great desert. Scorching sun reflects off the sand. You can see dark purple cliffs in the distance between the dunes. The cacti grow taller than either of us. It's a dangerous place. You can't even tell what you're standing on when the wind rages, but the sands aren't nearly as sharp as knives. Incredible. My dad used to say that impossible is just an excuse for the lazy and cowardly. I learned from him and became a guide, unlike the others, one who dares to brave the unknown. Not a supportive father. Jealous. I did. That's why you should pick yourself up, Oakley. I'll grant your wish, and my Banshee clients wish too. Our journey isn't over yet.
Get up. No.
Get up, both of you.
What are you gonna do? Stay back. What's going on?
Come with me and don't. Come with me and don't all in trouble. The Tannen wants to see you.
I say, this isn't the end.
Yes, I understand. I apologize for the trouble, sir. Screw that condescending old fox. We got a retirement age in Columbia for a goddamn reason. I'm not his coffee boy anymore, and I'll be damned if I let him yell in my face over getting the sugar wrong.
Mr. Tannen, 5-4's going to burst if you feed it anymore.
Help! You take over the field. Not a single thing has worked out. We didn't get those metal and run like big heads out of Propeller Paradise, and now the old fox and nicest people know about my side hustle. And those two bastards showed up out of nowhere to ruin most of my art unit collection. There's stuff here you can't get anywhere else.
It's hustle. So, you were smuggling all that time you were away on unexplained trips?
Nothing is wrong to help tech firms find their foot in the sky.
No, it's not a place to judge, but why are you bringing those two intruders over? Are you planning to deal with them?
What's with the angst? I got bigger plans for them than just settling a skull. No one can take Propeller Paradise away from me without evidence. The rest of my collection needs to be an ASAP, or anyone else can intervene.
You want them to smuggle out contraband for you. But everything that enters the lease Propeller Paradise is subject to stringent checks. If you even expedited order, besides
the existing channels are out of service because of engineering's renovation work, and I can't wait that long. This is all Nasty's fault for that energy system modification shit. Floating botanical units and Rhineland people are everywhere now. Wait, Rhine? If they gonna block my routes, it's only fair that I borrow theirs.
In the engineering tunnel, the Rhine Vivarium, you transport heavy equipment and construction materials.
Exactly. The Vivarium on lockdown, nothing offers better cover than Rhine turf. I don't know where the old fox is, but nasty.
You have direct owner rights, sir, for the safety of the two intruders.
You?
I'm confident I can distract her while you carry out your plan. I only need one thing. Banshee's bone pen that you confiscated from Fan. I'm gonna do some crazy tricks.
Get a move on. Don't keep Mr. Tannen waiting.
Let's get our heads for his collection room. It's so bad. The real problem is if he wants a deal.
Wait here. I brought him.
Thank you, sir. You may return to your duties. Mercy up, my client. Unfortunately, it seems Mr. Tannen had nothing to do with your client's disappearance. I'll do my best to keep an eye out. Where did that banshee go? Go through the door and forget about her for now. Make sure you do exactly what Mr. Tannen tells you if you ever want to leave paradise on your own 2 feet. What's he planning? Going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Their steps go slower and slower. He used to dash to the door, and his colleagues laughed at him for being impatient. How could he not be impatient? Not for the luxury of a traditional patient, having his path paved. Family circumstances force him to waste too much time on things other. Now, he stands on the shoulders of Rhinelab, the pinnacle of applied science and Columbia. Touch the very dome that has witnessed him. Not be any obstacle. No one has the right to hold back this great work. Must tell Director Lunor about Tannen's secret and guys. Steps. All of the researchers were evacuated. Does this thing come off at all? Looks like one of those centrifugal safety membranes that the revolving bar used. Don't touch it if you're not sure. We'll ask our new boss later. Nazi still in our office? Who's willing to lose all of Vivarium to save us and a grumpy kid? Shut your big mouth. Nazi's a good person. That's all we need to know. Grumpy kid. E? Thank you for your time. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership.
You're Gustav's secretary. What are you doing here?
Ah, you must be Skyjagger. I finished my business with Director Luderoy. Excuse me.
You're back. You apologize to Gustav?
Yes.
Give up all Rhinelab's engineering control and agree to stop active inspections?
Yes.
Rhinelab has essentially withdrawn from the exhibition and will no longer appear on the catalog.
Yes. Store our experiment equipment here later. I'm gonna help if you have the energy.
Director, yes? You know I would screw up. You know I was just an average Joe. That's why you kept me busy with inspections of Botanical, right? You were right. In the end, I'm just a must-be in the gutter. Understood greatness, but I can never become a part of it. Given, safe, protected, like all the testers here. Just an ordinary guy left in the... Wouldn't be here with me.
Need a new employee isn't an aid. I stayed with a group of pioneers when I first came to Columbia. They despised me for being a banshee who couldn't use incantations. I despised them for their lousy hunting traps. There was no passivity in our interactions. We gave each other, saved each other, and protected each other, as we do now.
The Vivarium is quiet. The presence of the tester seemed to have changed the old metallic ratchet. A shapen wire pull tab has been the microphone. Stubborn lid. A sheet of plywood hangs from the air conditioning. Get a little less unbearably. You watch out, notes are pasted on the ground door. The guy tends to remind him of his little sister. Average, ordinary one who, in his eyes, must always be never turned around to look back at her. Moving forward means we can't look back. Make sure we're still walking the same path we chose in the beginning. What meaning is there in progress if it leads to a creative for only a select few? Why should ordinary people be left behind? I never took you for an orator, Director. They do is state facts, ask questions, and solution. Get moving before you let big words and big ideals take you for a ride. Suspicious, suspicious, that's very suspicious. Suspicious.
Sorry I'm late. I was busy today.
Yes, please. I must remember.
Situation is unusual. Memories of wilted leaves hanging from withered branches, wiping away the dust. Might restore some shape. If you press too hard, you'll only damage them further. By all rights, I should not touch them if not for... Sorry, Madame Vela.
I must know. Must remember.
Memories since leaving your homeland have not been happy ones. However, if you insist, close your eyes. We'll try again. Tia puts her old projector on the table with some effort. Fingers glide as glass slides drop into the slot, and the banshee becomes covered in an unfamiliar.
Remember this place. Pythonian? Mention it. Spires, knuckles, blood.
Slowly, distinct memories begin to diffuse on the backdrop, cast by the projector. Garcia can identify an elderly figure shackled by the wall. Smell of blood, terrifying melody, hurts.
The Pythonian spire. You imprisoned there? The test subject? You would have been buried beneath the tombs of the Spirecasters if not for the aid of a lich. Ecclesia required him in the Holy City. You were in the funeral procession. A kindred who have wandered afar? Or the foe of your clan? The angels didn't like it, did they? No one laughed at the funeral, wailing. You were almost arrested by the pontifical cohorts.
Can she see memories? Is that what like her arts are, and she converts them through the arts unit is the like slide thing, the projector, that she can see the memories of others?
You came to Columbia through the frontiers? In the bleached wasteland? The wind-blasted land which not even beast dare to tread? Finally, you came here. Why Propeller Paradise in particular? I'm looking for. Here. There's a tree here. It was wilting. Decaying. Wilting. Decaying. See. I have a vivarium here. Terrible accident just happened with it. Built and die like I say.
Are you smiling? Yeah, she is smiling. Just a little bit.
Master of the vivarium. He's the banshee too. You know this thing?
Bone pen that caused the disaster at the vivarium, which was later confiscated by Gordon Tannen, now lies in Mercia's hand. Right?
I sense presence. Came to look for someone. I want to see her.
Need to crouch so low, Oakley. The arts unit back is slipping. There's underground passages. The walls could have nano monitors listening to us. Guys, we have to worry about propeller parachute warning system too. Why do we have to avoid the police from doing this for Tannen? Think he trusts many of his subordinates? Elevator guard could be a pair of eyes for some big shot. Anything goes wrong, the trouble could go way further than just a few boxes of contraband.
So the two of us, being outsiders, with no such
Best dispose of his stuff.
Yes. But there's something I have to figure out.
Is it?
You got someone to do your job.
You got someone to meet them on the other side. Why not just lie down in your office? Get your Finbies and put on some jazz. Aren't you worried about getting yourself in trouble if you're on scene, sir?
Came to see my little darlings off.
What is it?
With fidgeting, you almost hit the wall with the arts recreation unit. I told you to treat it nicely like your life depends on it.
Yeah, I remember. Better remember what you said too. If we deliver your darling safely and keep our mouths shut,
And we're square.
great.
Let your guard down. I see you refuse to leave the vivarium. She's continuing her research in a full of failures, pulling all-nighters.
She's right above us. I think I hear footsteps.
Worry, Mercy will take care of her. Mary? Mary?
Yes, Mr. Tannen, I hear you.
What's going on there? If something goes wrong, you've got to keep Nasty distracted, whatever it takes.
Don't worry, sir. My negligence that allowed the accidents to happen. I'll keep a close eye on Director Luna, so she leaves the ride fit. I give as much time for you as possible.
You're very good. Even Mary steps up a game when it matters most. You two better do the same. We almost at the exit.
Yes, sir. Fern has a keen sense of hearing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. She is indeed. Yeah, she is also in it. We also restore all of Doc's memories if we recruit her, yeah.
This is you're on your homeland. And oh my god, that's a lot of sex with priestess. Oh my god, that's a lot of sex with priestess. Jesus Christ. Why is that like half your memories?
There's a risk of being espoused. You need the Emergency Management Council to intervene.
There are better ways to nail and a name. No need to worry about me. Me, Mr. Tannen's secretary. Excellent cover. Report.
Bravo's intel said the raw technical staff have evacuated the experiment zone. Director Lunaroy and Aid are the only ones who currently access the site. However, spends an inexplicable amount of time here. Yes. Apologies are in order. As members of your squad, we should have trusted your judgment. It does not seem that Ron Lab may be hiding something out of the exhibition hall. No need to apologize. The mission was to monitor the tech firms. What about Director Lunaroy? If we need to perform further investigation, I have a plan. We'll have at least 20 minutes if everything goes well. I've prepared a gift she can't refuse.
Whoa!
Again. Is this the system that the vivarium and floating botanical units run on? Maybe the benches were good at manipulating objects from a distance, but to abandon sound as the medium, sealing incantations inside the module and repairing flaws through self-cycling. This is a revolutionary invention. All incantation driven. You should stop reading purely speculative papers. Most people don't know much about the Banshees, understand they rarely leave the Valley of Convalis. Did you live there before coming to Columbia? My first memories are of Casdell, later adopted by one of my What kind of place is it? Peaceful, beautiful place. The riverbanks are covered in grass and shrubs. Flowers never wilt, and the fruit not even rain to serve tranquility, plus catastrophe.
Why did you leave then? Who could it be at this hour? Director, over here. Is this your bone pen?
Part of it.
Many nights with Calset. Oh god, okay. It seems we're finally past the memories of sex with priests. Oh my god. Wait, oh my god, what are you doing now? Wait, that's practically your daughter. You created that thing. Hey, what? Fucking Sheila is just losing her shit seeing all that. The conical tip, severed from the rest of the pen, rolls across the floor. Who could have done this? What happened in the vivarium wasn't an accident. It wasn't a practical joke. Everything was planned. They were targeting someone. Maybe the target was you, or maybe Rhine Lab itself. There's a way to find out. Guide. Fragment of Nazi's hand floats up the air at our command. White halo envenoming at the pan, spins a few times and slowly flies on in a certain direction. Bro, she's tossing Eyes of Ender. She's finding the stronghold. Director.
It could be a trap, yes, but I must go. Sounds traces of a familiar incantation.
It's 100% a trap, by the way. Like, it's not like maybe a trap. It's a trap. It's definitely a trap. I guarantee it's a trap. All right. I'm gonna take a final piss, and then we got one more lap. All right, we got one more lap. One more lap. One more chapter. And one more lap, like it's a damn race. But we got one more chapter after this. All right. Piss. Then I'll be back. Then we finish it.
It's the final piss.
Alright. Where's the exit? According to the map, we should be able to see the checkpoint machines now. We're gonna keep going. There's nobody else here, and it's so really quiet. Well, there's nobody else here. We get exposed. Get your act together.
Yeah, red liquid. It's over the ceiling. Oh, my face.
It's rusted water from the pipes. Don't make me sew your mouth shut. Man, you said we'd be exposed if there's anybody else here, right? Look in the direction first pointing, and they see this somebody else.
An ethereal figure walks toward them, slowly from the end of the passage, flickering like a ghost in the dim light. Something feels familiar. Oh shit! Keep walking. My authority over the Rhine experiment area is legitimate and absolute. Doesn't matter who's coming. That's so. No, is that so? I love that they did this so you could they didn't just change the color so you distinctively know it's not nasty. They made her fucking wink. They specifically made her fucking wink so you just in case you couldn't clock that it's Moo Moo. It's a Moo Moo clone. I would like an explanation, Tana. The Rhine experiment area is under investigation, Nasty. You agree to cooperate with the administrative officers and the Propeller Paradise Police. How am I supposed to cooperate with an investigation that I know nothing about? Besides, it's news to me that guides are administrative officers now. The guide visited Rhine shortly before the lab accident. It makes perfect sense to have her along for evidence gathering. As for the lack of prior notice, it's entirely within my rights to make the decision to ensure the integrity of the investigation. Tannen is considered. Gordon Tannen considered every potential contingency in an interrogation by Gustav. He knew he could not depend on Mercia, and he was confident he could handle this. He could not stop his thick tail from nervously slapping the ground as though he sensed a threat, something beyond his control. Nasi is gazing at him, indecipherable, seemingly hiding something, eeriness and anxiety causing Gordon Tannen to tighten his left fist in his pocket. I'm supposed to keep an eye out with a water clone hidden in the plants. Nasi never told me the head of Propeller Paradise would be so hard to fool. I'd wear myself out arguing with him all night. Let's do this my way. Ahem. Let's do this my way. Let's get a little silly. Oh, they got a banger track now. What the fuck are you doing, Woo Woo? The sound of dripping water, which accompanied the trio their whole way down the tunnel, is suddenly silent. Water droplets break free from the constraints of physics and float in midair. They feel a coolness at their feet. Only now they notice the water on the floor has reached their ankles. Mr. Tannen, look! Is that Director Leroy? Gordon Tannen cannot believe what he's seeing. Water streams into Nasty from all directions, carrying her higher and higher, looking down at the three invaders. Gordon Tannen has never seen such effects from an arts unit. Prudence would certainly be in order. This was a Banshee's witchcraft. Something that scares me even more. Nasty bent down to him with a cute expression the one by the name would never wear. There really isn't a single fresh thing on Terra, is there? I've heard this pre-written spiel 1,000 times. How about we talk about something else? Like what's in those two big boxes of yours? Don't tell me the presents for Rhine Lab. We've still got a way to go until Christmas, I thought. Oh, it's such a banger! The ultimate sandbag of all time, dude. Who are you? Nasty, the director of Ryan's engineering section, whose vivarium you just ruined a few hours ago. Who else? She would never talk like that. And why do you look like you're saluting? That's a casting gesture, isn't it? Huh? You noticed. You can't fool me. I don't know what your odds do, but this underground passage belongs to Ryan, and anything that happens will only come back to bite you. You're not satisfied with just losing the experiments for the exhibit, eh? Want to go to jail with the rest of your people? Let me remind you of something. Like you said, this underground passage belongs to Rhine Lab. Personally gave the order to shut it off, but I bet a whole lot of gold certificates that your people don't know about. Tonight's investigation. How many would know where to look for your corpses? You dare! Run! And then Nasty just walking around just here. All real Nasty. It's nighttime. Nasty feels a daze as she walks the streets above Propeller Paradise. Place begins a proposal from Ryan, built by Nasty personally. Nasty no longer recognizes the period. She has to stop, think, in order to figure out how the inflatable street might work. She can't help but feel like she's walking into an unfamiliar life. Like when I came to Rome. Lucy's emerged from the drink, teasing me for my ignorance as she walked me through sterile lab cleaning procedures. Oh yeah, she would not know sterile lab cleaning procedures. She's from the wasteland.
Nasty stops in her tracks. Another fragment of the bone pen lies quietly in the gaps of the bricks. Guide her all the way here. The fragment as she once did when she walked into a new life for the first time. Yep. Young Nasty walks the forest of the Convalis, carrying a bag far larger than she is, stuffing it with broken twigs. It's been 2 weeks since she and Viola arrived in the Convalis. Viola's busy with younger banshees who prepare with questions of every kind. And then the banshees are all sleeping. One in the valley does Viola have time to take Nasty's walk her. And Nasty decided to build a treehouse on her own. A bag of twigs is too heavy for her. Wait for Viola to pick her up. This is the background from the Ablana event. This is like the place you can tell by the purple haze that kind of is over all of it in a way. And this is purely for this.
It's been so long since the rainy season. Is it time for the rowing competition? Let me clear the mud off the eastern shore. Please on the boat this time, please. Teacher, one of them is Dabble Valley getting in my eye. Can I cut it? Oh, my child. Nothing is better for wiping one feather horse than the pulp of the mist apple. Perhaps you could guide the vine to grow in a different direction. It appears to me you've been practicing the incantations I taught you. How long is it been since we even spoke up about that? I don't yet. Only had 5 or 6 this month. Except when I was in Castle Pass, I was told to treat the roosting tree. You... Isn't it a good thing? It's been half a year since you taught me the elegies, but I haven't really had a chance to sing for anyone. Can I go next time and help our kin?
Alright, let Viola rest.
It's alright, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Children call you teacher and custodian. I never conferred these titles. What you've done for the Convalis over the past 2 seconds puts me to shame as the Lord of the Banshees. Logos' mom. That is a nice dress. I love the mixture of the dress and then the material.
For the reason I have to keep working, distract myself. If you hurry, I'll cause you any trouble during your holiness. Hostile toward our people ever since we replied to the Convalis.
Hostile to everyone, but speaking of Her Highness, tell me the early fruits of her exploration. Perhaps she's already chosen a more resolute.
What about us then? What the Convalis?
Convalis is no longer associated with the future of the Sarkaz. And if Her Highness really has changed, it means the Banshee Sanctuary. I'll have to go back a little. This is like, what was the why did you leave? Asking Nasty why you left. Yeah, it's the... Nasty's looking towards the future. The Convalis is stagnant. The Convalis is representative of things being unchanging. The weather doesn't change. Nothing rots. That's not who she is.
I'm on a stray, sister. I should have found her 5 years ago.
Hyphenol keeps asking. Come and see. I'm curious about it.
The boy. Just tell Hyphenol that Nasty is rather timid. Time to get used to the Convalis.
That's not true. I'm not timid. You know that.
Yes, but you'll be a fucking asshole. Yes, but I'm not gonna have you go be an asshole to the prince. Look, that's gonna reflect really badly on me. When you call him a pussy-ass bitch, his mom is gonna be displeased and she's gonna blame that shit on me.
I'll share fruit with you rather than throw rocks at you. But them will be very different from living in Casdale. Why I want your meeting to be more formal. Give me time to prepare, won't you?
Understood. What are you preparing? Does that have something to do with the token from outside you were talking about? Things in your house?
Vibrant crystals, juicy shrouds, and dried up hearts.
You say there were only 5 or 6. What if there were 6 or 7? 6, 7, 6, 7. You always stay up late, staring at them with a deep frown on your face.
Ah, Steve, do you like this valley?
Yes. There's no blood in the mud. No black rocks in houses. No fighting, plenty of food, and no one ever disturbs you.
Aw, she's smiling now. Aw. Where did the years go? Look at you, so young and full of life. Oh, where did the years go?
They here?
Yes, that's why I want to build my own treehouse soon.
You decided where?
A big, beautiful tree deep in the valley, right? What's the name? The roosting tree?
Yes. The Banshee's final resting place.
Everyone lives there, right?
But you've never taken me there.
I want to live closer to that place.
And when will you teach me incantations? I can move this big bag of twigs myself. Don't you so hurried. You teach me how to play the bone whistle. Now you can play in front of others when we play together. I took one from your house, but I couldn't make a sound with it. Don't you hurried, my dear girl. Tired Banshee suddenly seemed so unfamiliar to me. Notice where Viola always starts when polishing her horns? The nearly indistinguishable black dresses she wears. I can never tell what Viola is thinking. Nasty stops asking questions and raises the obstinately. While a soaring melody covers up the muffled sound she's making. You want to play the whistle for the other children, don't you? No need a bone whistle to accompany a smile. Child, I'll teach you.
Aww. You know, so good. She can smile. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Elsie does not understand how that simple leaf in Viola's hands can make a sound. Much less why that sound is so full of sorrow. Eyes blue, the waters of Mist Lake murmur on, and that's perfect. She follows Viola's gaze. Next to the roosting tree are just barely visible in the distance. Big like reed. Like fate.
Nasty's still in the wrong experiment area.
And you're gonna kill Tannen? Stay behind me, Miss Celine. I run faster than Mr. Tannen. Should we really get in a fight with the Banshee? That nasty potted plant.
A water clown? Ilzies? Yeah?
Just a little gadget and with what elf arts. Doesn't actually do much. Combination of Nasty's image, Ilzi's inspiration, and home field advantage. We could have predicted it. No wonder those three were scared away.
We evacuate with Mr. Tannen then?
No. Going. Following the traces left behind by the wall.
According to the blueprints, we're almost at a dead end. This dude's like, ma'am, this is a bad, ma'am, I'm just an NPC. I could die. You got a sprite. Okay, you got a better chance of making it through this. I'm just a guy. Granted, one of my favorite looking NPC designs ever. I love that. Bro looks cool as hell. Speaking of, Garcia, what are you? Guess you're just a Libri. Oh yeah, she has feathers. She's a... As expected, Libri do be like that. They do be cool.
Nothing except the water marks. Maybe that was indeed a bluff bomb, Willsies. Nasty's a genius engineer. It wouldn't be hard for her to leave a hidden space out of the blueprints. Besides, the water clone itself is a sign there are potential secrets here. I've been thinking, why is Nasty the only one? There are 2 Rhine directors working on the project.
By all accounts, the vivarium should fall within Willsie's domain, shouldn't it?
Yes. By its very nature, it's something only Nasty can do.
You mean... you mean...
Your potted plant suddenly died. Sorry. Purely hypothetical. Would your first reaction be checking the time on your watch? Over?
No. I would be more concerned about the cause of death than the time.
That was what the most experienced researcher in Nasty incident at the vivarium heard. At the time, it was almost as though they expected the wilting to happen. It just didn't happen at the expected time.
Before Ron's claimed they were studying the plants that can survive at high altitude, based on data from the Galeria Stellaria.
It's a cover story. Think Mainlanders found Ryan's true secret. Ryan doesn't need the plants in the vivarium to live, and to die. Not the life an elf celebrates, the death that a banshee knows well.
Why?
Death will water. A tree that is even more special.
I really am talking that evil shit, aren't I? Nasty and Vale are just staring. The elderly banshee stands in the shadow at the end of the street.
Waited a long time.
For them. Watch us for your approaches. All are serious, you remember? Either way, you look different.
The clothes are of an unfamiliar style. Not so familiar anymore. Bella's head begins to ache. Chaotic memories are like mist taken deep. Old and heavy mist.
Ah!
Separate. Guide.
Nasty places the fragments of the bone pen in the center of her palm, cites the language of the banshees.
The incantation separates the scent that does not belong to it. It's very familiar, and near to its source. No wind. The time begins to sway. All will be answered. Then... Steve, careful! What's the situation over there? There's someone else. And we've got the Dorothy's Vision Lobby theme kicking in. It hits the like whatever. Hey, your Tannen, stop! I think we're lost. Yeah, there it is. Fucking. They put her music track in here and they won't even mention her, bro. This is so stupid. I think we're lost too. Can't believe how much space Ryan has beneath the experiment area. This gotta be against the rules. Usually when scientists leave so much space in their labs, they're either saving it for a big plan or it's from a big plan that's already gone off the rails. Or is it just me? Or is the ground? The ground's cracking. The ground's cracking. Looks like it's the former. Somebody help. When did the door behind us close? Damn it, please tell me it's not a giant missile nasty. Concrete beneath their feet shatters. The door made from crackers. Tannen tries to hook the pillars with his tail. Try the walls with his hands, but all he finds is a single twig glowing dimly. Oh, it's like they're like tree of life and death and whatever the fuck. A bone to pick with you? They have a bone to pick with me? They have a bone to pick with me? Cause it's a man with a bone. Cause it's a bone pan with a fucking shit. I see what you did there, Rodjack. I see it. I see it. Beneath them, a canopy made from metal and withered wood expands into the darkness. One tree rises up silently into the night sky. 1,000 stars are rushing up. This thing, does it have a propeller? Engine? I mean, it's sound of machinery. How can it possibly fly? Honestly. Finally, I'll be completely damned. Oh, this is so cool. Imagine seeing this in a 3D scenario. Yeah, why do these gods feel need to shine lights in the sky just because some humongous thing is taking off in the middle of the night? Who the hell trained them? Alright, me. Would you say we're exposed, sir? I would say we are, given that everyone who's awake in paradise right now is seeing us hanging off a tree with 2 big boxes of contraband. Here's a chance if I yell that I found some dangerous Ryan experiments to the people below. No, not a fucking chance. I can't let this thing get ruined. Figure out on how Ontario can fly. Okay, it really is over now. We're fucked. What just happened? I think our intrusion might have awakened something. Now, there are no secrets under the paradise anymore. Is this another miracle? Director Lunaroy, or is it stillborn miracle? No need to say anything. I can see it all from here. I'll head back right away. A roosting tree. A moment of hesitation, and the elderly banshee fails to say. Viola watches the young banshee departs. Looks in her direction. There's a huge glowing tree slowly rising into the sky. The roots of the tree are not secure, bringing the night breeze. They sway like weeds. Fate. Instead of like reeds, they say like weeds this time. Is that a roosting tree? Maybe because they're like it's sprouting up like weeds first of all. Maybe also because it's like there's like a negative connotation to weeds, supposed to reeds, which is really neutral. Anyways, thanks for showing up, fellas. My lunch is here. So I've got some eating to do. I've got some yum time. So thanks everybody for showing up. I may try streaming some things on Saturday nights. So that's something to potentially look forward to. The Nuzlocke potential finale, next stream. We're on the Elite Four on Tuesday. Tuesday in 3 hours from now, and about 6 hours from normal stream time on Tuesday. So 3 p.m. EST, noon Pacific, and what then, like 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. or whatever the equivalent is, 24 hours. 9 p.m. or 2100 for Europe. So, my throat's burning, my lunch is ready. I've also got,
I'm gonna get some of my Chinese traditional medicine because I've got more voice work to do later. So, thanks for showing up, guys. I will see you all next time.